Yo, what is up? Welcome to Sport Kings. My name is Tim Kramer with Brian the Grizzly.
What's up,
Brian Man
guys?
should be joining us in a little bit.
Coming from
Um,
Portland, guys. So yeah,
yeah.
that's why Brandon. He had to go out there for work. Unfortunately, we can't do this full time because we actually have to have other jobs.
Yeah.
So, so he
Not
had to
yet.
go to work. It's in Portland.
Not yet. We need just a couple more 100,000 subscribers before.
Exactly. We get to 100,000. Yeah,
Yeah,
Coles would be in the real view mirror.
not really. Is it more in
No.
the side seat?
Yeah, I'll still
I
go.
was just saying, yeah, yeah.
Just not
Yeah.
every day. No, it's not every day.
Yeah, every day, man. Like I'm not even kidding. Every day I think about like oh man, if we had a studio, like we could make like one side like the nerdy stuff for the Spoiler Kings, one side for the sports stuff. You
Oh
know?
no, I'm going through a house. Like I'm looking for
Mhm.
a house. That's how I'm looking for each room. Any house that I'm gonna buy is gonna have enough room so I can just change my desk, turn my desk around. It'd be like sports, the other side, nerds. It's like
That's not bad. That's something I was thinking about too. Is like getting a room and making one wall sports, one wall the nerdy stuff, and then you just get a computer on a swivel not even a computer, a monitor on a swivel, and with a
yeah,
wireless keyboard, and then choot choot
yep.
done.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then put the camera right there, and all you gotta do is just move the monitor. Boom! Now I'm here. And then that's it. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
So I think about something
move
like
the
that.
3 monitors because
Well,
or
yeah,
4
yeah.
monitors.
You need you need all that. Yeah. But yeah, man, that's something I think about a lot. I was like, man, only if.
If only, yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
also was
what
thinking
is
about these things, guys. So I finally got this came in. I don't know if you guys can see.
ooh,
It's Adam, the Legend of Adam, Blue Marvel, which is one of the coolest characters ever. So I have 2. I have 3 up there. That's a
okay. Oh, I see.
9.0, CGC, whatever.
Ooh.
I have 4 coming in the mail and 5 supposed to be delivered tomorrow. So I have 2, 3, 4, 5. I had a
Please get
chance to
some.
buy one.
How
And
much?
I won it in the auction, right? I only had to pay. It was going to auction. It was $120, and I was like, that's just too much money. And then I didn't bid, and the guy won it for $122. And
Oh,
and then I realized, number one, just issue 1 is worth like $1,200.
wow. So
Twelve
he got it for
hundred
like
dollars.
10% of the
Yep.
the auction cost.
Yep.
Ooh.
And I was
Yeah.
like, I cannot believe I didn't just, I spend money on stupid stuff. But I thought I was being smart because I'm trying to move and all this stuff. And I was like, man, if only I had that. So like if you can look online on eBay right now, you have
Mhm.
all 5, they're all graded. We're talking
Mhm.
about $4,000.
Wow. Nice. You're just missing the one. Damn.
Ugh.
I know that feeling, man. Know that feeling. So we got a bunch of people in chat already. We got Preston that said, "Hi guys, can't be here tonight. Hoping you guys have a good week and wish luck to Cubs on Saturdays for me." Oh yeah, that's right. You coming by, right?
I'm actually going to the game
Cool.
tomorrow.
Nice. Nice. I haven't been to a Cubs game in a while. But yeah, in a while. Probably before COVID. So,
Ooh, yeah.
but cool. Yeah, man. Yeah, I know you, we come on late and you gotta get ready for school and stuff. We say, oh, and the crazy people from last video said Thor Ragnarok and Guardians 3 is the best MCU and Infinity War is who what? And oh boy, I want
Wow.
some people have that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Guardians 3 is awesome. I'll definitely probably put it up there,
Where? I don't know where
I
I
don't know,
would maybe
top 10 maybe? I mean, out of
yeah,
what,
maybe
the
maybe 10?
30-ish something movies, it's definitely in the upper third of it.
Maybe 10? I don't know. Cause I mean, you start thinking about it. Because Endgame and Infinity War, right? Where
Uh-huh.
do you put the other Avengers movies? Because the first
Yeah,
Avengers is really good.
that's up there. That's good. Number 2 would probably I liked it,
Least,
but it was probably down there, not
I
as
mean,
good as some of these other
Civil War
Civil War.
is
That was
amazing.
good.
The first Iron Man, when he says, "I am Iron Man,"
Probably
start
that's the first one out of the all of the early ones that I would say is the best, just because it's the first, so it has
yeah,
nostalgia.
but like literally, I think the I am Iron Man point because we didn't realize how
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. was Tony Stark. Just didn't know that
Yeah.
he was actually him. So I think that's up there. Black Panther's up there.
Black Panther is up there.
Yeah, I mean, uh, what's the other Captain America with the Winter Soldier?
Winter Soldier was good. I'll probably put Guardians and Thor above Winter Soldier. Maybe not. Maybe
I don't know.
but
I
I don't know.
because Winter Soldier still had. I mean, the beginning of T'Challa.
Yeah,
I mean,
it did.
it mattered
did.
a lot. There's a lot of characters that came in during that time.
It was cool. The chase scenes were pretty awesome in Winter Soldier.
Is Guardians 3 better than Guardians 1?
Oh no! Civil War. Civil War is when T'Challa or Black Panther was introduced.
Mm,
Yeah,
is it?
because he in at the
His
Civil War is the
father,
one where
his father died. And that's not Civil War.
in Civil War his father dies. Not in Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier is the whole.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
The guys are taking over the helicarrier
Because T'Challa's looking for him because he's the one that,
in Civil War.
Yeah.
Okay. But Infinity War is the worst MCU. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's just bonkers. No way. Well, I know Jason come in here. Hey guys, can't wait to see your thoughts on episode 6. Yeah,
Dude, we were talking about that in the back.
I know. The
reason we late is because we got into the conversation and then all of a sudden we looked down and was like, oh crap, we've been sitting and talking for 20 minutes.
Yeah. Hey guys, what you talking about? So I know we're doing Ahsoka for sure tonight. We'll get into some some strike stuff. I don't know if anything actually came out. I was hoping we would have got some news before we went live because the rumor was that he might have, but if not, no big deal. And then definitely want to talk with some Jonathan Majors. We didn't talk about it from last week, and then some trailers and stuff. So yeah, we got a nice little show coming. And then we got to keep watch Burn, but I'm gonna keep that because that is.
I'm gonna answer it. No.
You want to do it now? Okay,
let's go ahead and answer this one real quick.
So anybody watching, leave a comment. Let us know how you would rank this one. So keep watch Burn. So are you Zombieland, Step Brothers, and the other guys?
Okay.
Which one? What's your order? How you doing it?
So understand this. I know Step Brothers is everyone's favorite movie of all time. I freaking love Zombieland. I love Zombieland more like no other. So I'm keeping Zombieland. I'll watch Step Brothers. I'm still burning the other guys.
So I'm burning the other guys. I like Other Guys. It's a fun movie.
It is
super quotable. Like it's don't get me wrong, it's a great movie. Like one of my favorite things is like, I'm a peacock, you know, it's like, and he like storms off. Like I am not a big Marky Mark fan, but the other guys is great. I even have this from the other guys.
Gator never been about that. Never been about playing no shit.
So it's such great. And he's married, and then what's her name's in it? Who's his wife? Oh my god.
Oh, what's her name?
Well, I can't think of her name. She's married to Ken. What's his name? Ryan Gosling. Eva Mendes.
What's her name? Mendez?
Eva Mendes.
Eva Mendes, yeah.
Yeah, she was in it. But yes, other guys, great. But out of these three, my bottom of those three. But I'm 100% keeping Step Brothers.
Dude, I love Zombieland more than I love most movies. I can watch Zombieland anytime. It don't matter what type of the time of day. I just watch Zombieland. I can't watch Step Brothers all the time because
all the time.
I've seen it too much.
All the time. All the time. If I'm ever going through like the TV and looking through all the channels and it's on, that's it. I have a T-shirt that says Prestige Worldwide. Like
talk about the whole show. This whole thing started.
I named it from Did We Just Become Best Friends? You know, if you go back on our main channel, look at all that stuff. But yeah, Step Brothers is one of my all. I think I have it on DVD. I have it on Blu-ray. I have it on digital. Like I'm pretty sure if they ever make a steelbook for it, I'm going to buy it. Like I have it in like every format. It's just I don't know. For me, that's just it's so quotable, and everything. But Zombieland is awesome. Zombieland is was a lot of fun.
It's exactly. I enjoy just watching it. I could watch it all day.
Yeah, but if I gotta keep one, I definitely got to keep Step Brothers. But I'll watch Zombieland and burn other guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure most of the world will agree with you, but I'm probably the one person that likes Zombieland more than I like Step Brothers.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know.
Yeah, I can see a few people because I know a lot of people think them two together, John C. Riley and Will Ferrell, they could be a little too much, and that's definitely the one where they are the most of themselves. Like, everything else is that, like every other movie is them trying to be like that, so but yeah, let's see who Brand Davis said burn Zombieland. Who never even knew it was a part 2.
Well,
Part 2
Zombieland
wasn't
Part
as
2 is
good.
not as good, but I do like Part 2.
Yeah, I thought it was fun, but
Yeah.
it doesn't come close to as good as Zombieland.
Yeah,
Um,
agreed.
yeah. Also, Zombieland, like it had me because right in the beginning when everything is happening, it's a Metallica song that's playing. Oh, what song is it? I don't remember what song it was. I don't remember what song it is, but I know it's a Metallica song. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm in.
I just love the double tap.
The rules, all the rules are awesome. I used to have a poster. It was a poster and it had like all the rules. It was like what was it, like 60, 70 rules or something like that?
Yeah, it was like 50 or something like that. Yeah. Rules.
Yeah. But yeah, so which one would you keep and watch then? Would it be Other Guys or Step Brothers? I'm assuming Other Guys because he's already, he knows who's all in it.
Dude, I'm a Rosario Dawson fan. Matter of fact, Zombieland 2, I enjoy that now only because I just watched Rosario Dawson. Just because.
I forgot she's
I
in that
didn't forget.
one.
I'm first person in line. Like, let's go.
Yeah. So, well, that's our keep watch burn. Appreciate Preston giving us our keep watch burn for the day. Appreciate it.
That was fun. I like
what
it.
we got Brandon in the house. Stream elements. I watched Mutant Mayhem. It wasn't what I was expecting. I did really enjoy it. It was cute.
It was cute. Exactly.
Yeah. It was yeah. It was made for like kids, like not even teenagers. I think it's made for like preteens at the oldest.
10
and it's gonna
10
build
12.
up. Yeah,
That's your thing. That's 10 to 12.
I would even go younger. I see a lot of like 7, 8-year-old like kids. Like
7 was hard. Like my girls, they're like, okay.
No, they didn't care. I don't. One of my friend's son is just like oh yeah, like going crazy for it. Although I know I posted up on our Twitter. We were at Target and we saw these toys, and Erica's like, I have to buy these. So we bought the Turtle Tots. So these are the baby Ninja Turtles from the movie. These are awesome. Like, she goes, should I buy it? I was like, yeah. Like, why are you even asking? Like, we need to go hunt for the other, because we found one. We found the Leo and Donnie, and then we went hunting for the other ones, and then she wound up finding them one day. But these are like adorable. I love these.
Well, if I look on my wall, I have Ralph, Shredder, Donatello, The Last Ronin, Donatello, Splinter. I got Leonardo back there. I got Michelangelo. I got all of them.
I love the Shredder, because the Shredder is like the old school comic book Shredder.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
But I have a whole shelf of just all of them. So
yeah. So, but yeah, it was fun. I think it's coming out on Paramount like this weekend or next weekend, like pretty soon. Or is that how you watch it? You probably watched it. That's how you probably watched it, huh? So it might already be out.
I'm pretty sure I'm getting it in 2 weeks.
Steelbook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because speaking of steelbooks, I got Barry Gordy's The Last Dragon on steelbook, guys.
Nice.
Like, just came in yesterday. I was like, thank goodness. It came in with My Little Mermaid.
Oh, gotta get that one.
I got the Blackening.
I still got to watch that.
Well, I got it. I got it here. I can just send it to you.
Yeah.
Oh
You get the
man.
digital code?
Yep. Oh, I do have the digital code.
Ah, there you go.
Good call. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
Then we got the Matt. Oh, excuse me. The Matt Film Show. It said, "What's up, guys? Are you planning on watching Expendables 4?"
I am. I am gonna go. I am seeing it.
Probably. You know, we might do a quick review or something on it, or maybe just do something fast. Like, I don't think that doesn't deserve like more than a 10-minute
12 minutes.
discussion. But I'll probably watch it. Although next week I got my tickets to go see The Creator, and a bunch of people are getting to see it early, and the early reviews for The Creator, people are saying it is a masterpiece, that it is one of the best movies of the year. It is a great movie, and I'm like,
That means
really?
people are
And
not gonna like it.
I hate when they hype it up like that. When they're like, it's a masterpiece, I'm like, really? I'm like, don't put that in my head, because I think it's gonna be a good movie because it looks good, but like going that far,
Don't put that juju on me, Ricky Bobby.
exactly,
Don't.
exactly. But there's a few people that I saw that are going to see it tonight, so I'm curious to see what their out of the theater reaction is. Because usually some of the just my opinion, I think of seeing it. Usually, I tend to agree with a lot of his views on how he feels about movies. So, but yeah. Then we got the View with Drew. What's up?
What's up, Drew?
Owen. I know.
I always love
View with
you,
Drew was
man.
over on the movie tubers with See for Yourself and those guys. So I was in chat and I saw him. So Brandon said, I had to go back and watch the original 90 version. Yeah, I didn't realize Sam Rockwell was in it. Oh yeah. Wasn't he was he was one of the foot soldiers.
He was. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, that movie is so good. Oh, I remember having this argument with you guys.
No. I'm saying it's a great movie. It's one of my favorites. And I remember arguing with somebody. I'm like, it holds up. They're like, it doesn't hold up. I'm like, it still fucking holds up. What are you talking
amazing.
about?
It's
Like,
so
it
good.
still holds up. It still looks good. I mean, those are like, I could be wrong, but I thought the costumes were Jim Henson made.
He made them. You're right.
Which anything Jim Henson looks awesome. So
the greatest Muppet maker of all time. Come on, dude. He's a genius. He's a genius.
Yeah. So yeah, the 90s version is super, super good. Although the more I watch it, the more I find out about different things, where like, I guess Mikey was supposed to have a big arc because, the top, when they're in the barn and Raph starts screaming on, on the roof, that's not Raph. That's Mikey. But it's Raph's voice. And I'm like, because it was supposed to be Mikey was supposed to have this big arc and they wind up changing it. So if you look, he has nunchucks. But they dubbed it with just the voice actor from Raph because they changed it to like Raph having this like story instead of Mikey.
I just thought it made more sense with Raph.
It did. Yeah.
Mikey doesn't make any sense, but and let's see, we're talking about The Last Ronin, which I cannot wait to talk about. We need to do this damn thing. Oh my God, you guys killing me.
I know. We gotta get a hold of Sergio from the House of Nerd Show. How about Spy Kids Armageddon? It's streaming only on Netflix. Comes out at midnight. I didn't even know.
Really?
I didn't even know. Or Sky Kids Armageddon. I gotta see what that is. Where is this? It is Spy Kids. Yeah, because it's like them older or some shit, right? Yeah. I mean, Zachary Levi's in it. Gino Rodriguez.
Oh, Zachary Levi.
A bunch of bigger names, but yeah.
Okay, this actually looks pretty good.
I was never a big Spy Kids kind of person. It was a little bit.
They're not
like,
older. It's just that Zachary Levi's the father.
Oh, is it like New Kids then?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh no, it is like a family legacy. I don't know. I don't know too much about it.
The kids are going to save their parents. That's what
it is. The children of the world's greatest secret agents unwittingly help a powerful game developer unleashed a computer virus that gives him control of all technology. They must become spies themselves to save their parents and the world.
Sounds
So,
like the original.
it does. What else we got?
Kal-El.
We got he came in because what we talking about.
It's gonna be a 10. I'm waiting for Ahsoka. I have so
Yeah.
much to say about Ahsoka, boy.
Yeah. And then Jason said, since Disney kind of lifted their spoiler, I had a chance to finally put the real thumbnail for my Ahsoka episode 6 thoughts, where I also shout out you guys. Keep up the good work, guys. Oh,
that's awesome, man.
yeah, I know you had sent the message on Instagram, and I didn't watch it on Tuesday. I just didn't have a chance to watch it on Tuesday.
I did. Before the Panda and Grizzly show, I already watched it.
So we wind up watching it.
Oh yeah,
like late.
because wait for Erica.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because I can't watch it.
I watched it as soon as it came out. I was like, hey, no, we're watching this right now. Like the show will have to wait until I finish this.
Yeah. With it. Usually, but
Tuesday, Ahsoka.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
So, but yeah, I went up watching it late last night. So I know I gotta check out anybody watching, go check out Jason's channel. Go give him a subscribe and check out his Ahsoka review. But well. And I know you're talking about with the thumbnail. I always try to keep spoiler stuff out of thumbnails because there's times when I've never seen stuff and I go through a thumbnail and just scrolling through my feed and I'm like, oh great, cool, you just ruined the entire episode without me even clicking on your video, so it does get a little annoying. So I'm glad you kind of changed it though, because it should be a couple of days.
You want to give people an opportunity to watch for themselves.
Yeah,
and then join the conversation because in hearing what their opinions are.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you go. Brandon Davis said, "Burn Zombieland." Yeah, I said that. He goes, I didn't like Zombieland the first time I saw it, and then watched it again not too long ago. Still didn't like it. At least you gave it a second chance. Give it a second chance.
I love Zombieland, man. I thought that's awesome.
Yeah, with Bill Murray in it was really awesome.
Freaking Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Just had to get that out.
Brandon said that's on Paramount now. Okay, so it's already out. Thoughts on Disney Plus shows coming to physical media? I think it's awesome.
Yeah,
I think it's awesome. I'm debating on getting Mando season 1 and 2.
I already ordered Mando season 1 and 2.
Yeah.
In my mind is, what if Disney Plus goes away? What if Apple buys Disney or any of that stuff? I want to have this stuff. With me, just like I went back and got Star Wars, the entire thing, the first 4, 5, 6, and then I have the prequels already. Yeah, so I have those. I just want to make sure, just in case it happens, I have it.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, so I like it. I think Prey was getting released, which is a Hulu, so still owned by Disney. But yeah, I think it's good. They should do it. I think physical media is definitely making a comeback, because I was in that camp of like, oh, I'm gonna own digital and digital is the wave of the future and blah blah blah. But then you started getting too many changes and this and that and stuff like that. So I think physical is the way to go. Yeah, I like it. That Came with My Little Mermaid sounds crazy. Is this how you say mail order bride these days? What's the Oh, with you, because you're live. He goes, Came with My Little Mermaid.
hey, this is what we do.
Yeah,
right here. And it's cool because you can feel like
you can feel your Little Mermaid.
Hey, it's not slippery at all. Never mind.
That's funny.
Oh man.
Putin's cat. What is up? Okay, effing spoil me.
Done. Let's go.
We are in a little bit.
Challenge accepted.
A little with what's going on right now, because we are, a sports channel on our other channel with George Kittle is going crazy on my fantasy. I'm predicting another W for me. Yeah, I got McCaffrey going. I think he's doing pretty good right now.
I got McCaffrey. He has 15 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown. He has some catches too. And Brock Purdy is still doing well, exactly like I said he would.
Oh yeah. What's Kittle doing right now?
Kittle is actually doing
doing?
okay, just okay. It's not like he's crazy numbers. George
No.
Kittle has 6 receptions, 82 yards, no touchdowns. A regular game.
Yeah. Yeah. Right now, yeah, CMC got me 20 points in my team.
My build a block league.
Yeah. After I know it's a little bit, but after the news with the Bears just losing their fucking mind this week, I'm like, I'm 100% playing the Chiefs defense. Like, there is no question in my mind. They're gonna.
You know what's gonna be funny? Watch Justin Fields just go crazy. He
And
goes
I know
ape shit.
I will be completely okay with that. If the Chiefs want to give me like negative 10 points because like Fields is
just went nuts
the guy,
and scored 7 touchdowns.
I'll be 100% cool with that. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, I'll take it.
Hey, if that's what it takes, you have to play the Chief, whoever defense he has to play all the time. The entire season, that's what you got to do.
I don't know about that. I'll do one. You get one. Kyle said, they're all must buy. I always wanted to own what I like, and sometimes I want to own out of
completion.
Completion. Yeah, the price is high though. The price is really high.
Yeah,
I think it's like $50 each season of Mando. I didn't even look at Loki yet or WandaVision, but but I think they're gonna be steelbooks too, though. I think they're all steelbooks.
Loki.
I do. I really wanted to get Loki too, and I think they changed Loki's release date too. I think it's going to be Thursday nights at 7.
Yeah, it's 7 now. Yeah.
Yeah. So for us, it was like fuck. So we gotta watch that before our Thursday show, which kind of works out for us because then we can kind of be on the ball right away.
Yep.
And it just works out with our schedule, which I don't mind.
I don't mind that at all.
Kind of do stuff like that, but yeah.
So Mando season 1 was $46.60.
Yeah.
The steelbook for Loki season 1 is $44.96.
Okay. Yeah. Is a little bit more money than a regular movie steelbook, but it is a series, or a season, so not too bad. But yeah, it's definitely I want to own out of completion as well. I have every single MCU movie, and now I'm like, shit. Like, do I want to buy at least? Yeah. So, I think it's a
test we cry we want.
Test for physical media. Approve it by getting them, and hopefully they keep releasing them.
Yeah,
I hope. But that's the thing is that you have to you gotta tell them keep doing it by buying it. But yeah, definitely, I think physical media is definitely making a big. I don't say comeback because it's never really left, but it is making.
No, it did though.
It kind of did, because everything was streaming, everything was digital. But yeah, and I kind of blame Disney for that too, because Disney, once they started changing stuff, then they're like, oh shit, maybe I should own the original before they can, because once you get digital, you're only like borrowing it,
exactly.
So at any time they can
go
just,
away.
Done. Yeah. So Matt Film says, if Apple ends up buying Disney, what do y'all think will happen to Disney Plus? Will they combine Disney Plus with Apple TV Plus? They combine Disney Plus with Hulu later this year.
They could get rid of it though. That's what scares me, because it's not a profitable entity. What if they get rid of it, and then we lose all these things?
Yeah, I think the stuff will definitely say somewhere. Like Apple is going really, really heavy with their studio production stuff, and it's good. Apple TV stuff is really good. Like holy shit, it's really good. But I think we were talking about this last week. But it's called Apple. Stop.
Exactly.
I think Apple TV would become part of Disney.
I think it could save Disney. It could save Disney.
Maybe. I don't know.
Could.
Apple likes to play with Apple. So if it owns all of it, it's just kind of like,
I don't know, because I mean, do you see what Disney Plus? Their numbers are growing through the roof because of the 3 months for $1.99 that you're getting right now.
Yep.
But as far as physical media, I've gotten recently Super Mario Brothers, John Wick, Last Dragon, that's John Wick again, Into the Spider-Verse. Of course, I had to talk about Star Wars, but The Blackening, Creed 3, The Flash, John Wick again, Picard, The Nightmare Before Christmas again, Across the Spider-Verse, Guardians, The Last of Us, Batman Mask of Phantasm. Of course, I got a lot of Supernatural, The Little Mermaid, Avatar. Like, I could go, and it's just I got in like the last 3 months.
Oh, really? Jeez. I have a bunch of shit in my Best Buy cart. It's like $300 worth of stuff. Nice.
And I ordered more. So
yeah,
Transformers comes out October 11th, I think.
Mm.
I should be having Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles soon. Yeah.
Yeah. Should be in there. There you go. Yeah, also Supernatural all day. Let's go.
Dude, I had the badges down here. I'm a Supernatural fan.
Yeah.
Super.
Yeah, you are. Surprised you don't have the Funkos of them.
You know, I thought about it, but you know, I would want the actual Dean, actual Sam. Like I need more.
Yeah.
If their faces aren't perfect, it's not the right thing.
That's it. Get an actual picture and just slap it on there.
Exactly.
Said, well, a legend from Polk High scored 4 touchdowns in one game.
Yeah.
Hashtag Al Bundy. There you go. Chicago guy too. Digital, aka long-term rental. Exactly. Exactly. And then Poone's cat is, why does Apple want that disaster? The thing is, it's not a disaster. I think people are getting upset with some of the stuff that's happening, but also remember in the 80s, Disney was a disaster too. You know, like shit was
it was the golden age.
And then became the golden age.
Came.
You know, and it's gonna, I think something along those lines are gonna happen again. You know, maybe not to the same level, but I think Disney is gonna start to come back. You know, and I think Iger is gonna be a big part of it. You know, so because everything was kind of good under Iger, and then Chapek really, I think his vision of stuff messed things up because he had this vision of quantity instead of quality. So he was just like, here's everything. You want more Marvel? Here's Marvel.
The Disney name was going to carry it instead of giving Disney quality type of pictures that we really want.
Yeah,
that's the key.
Exactly. But yeah, I mean, Apple can buy them like multiple times over if they really want it.
Apple's the first $1 trillion company, guys.
Yeah,
trillion.
Apple's a tech company. Disney's a theme park movie and owns other stuff. Apple is a tech company, but they are dropping $1 billion+ in their studio production company, and
because they can.
They're just like, we want to make movies now. But the thing is, like, they're making really good stuff. You know, what's the one coming out with?
How good is it if no one sees it?
That's the problem. And I think last week we were talking about this. Was it's all on Apple TV, and you're automatically putting out a lot of people that like Android people. We're like, well fuck, I'm not gonna get it. Yeah, you know, and it's hard. You know, it's like they should have changed it to something else and called it something else. But Apple TV's got some great stuff, like really good shows, really good movies. What's the Napoleon? Napoleon is an Apple TV production thing, and that looks amazing. That looks really, really good. So they're talking about like Oscar worthy kind of stuff. So Apple TV is a tech company, but they have so much money now that they're just like, yeah, we're gonna make some movies and see how that goes. And they're doing a good job, like a really good job. The only thing is that the theme parks, I don't know why Apple would want the theme parks. You know, and Disney's not gonna get rid of their movies without. They're not. The movies and theme parks need to go together on 100%.
And the theme parks make so much money.
Yeah, Disney, their money is the theme parks, and the movies are just a reason.
Movies are advertising for advertising for the theme park. That's it.
Yeah. So, and then all the other stuff. But I heard a lot of the other stuff they're gonna get rid of. Like, they want to get rid of ABC. They want to get rid of ESPN.
I know
Hulu's gonna merge. You know, I think they're gonna cut off some of the fat, and I'm hoping Disney just stays with what made them great, which is movies and parks, and then forget like some of the other stuff. But that's the rumor, man. That Iger's prepping Disney to be sold, and one of the only companies that could buy it is Apple.
I don't know what else could buy it. Like Amazon. It's either Apple or Amazon.
Mm,
That's probably it.
probably. And Amazon too. They're not as good production
No,
studios, but it's
yeah,
good.
but their stuff is a lot more. People see it because everyone and their mama got Amazon Prime.
Exactly. Yep. But just if Apple does buy Disney, all those Apple production things would be labeled Disney stuff because Disney has the name and has that greatness surrounded by it, So, and it was kind of funny. So I was watching last week's episode of Secret Galaxy, and he was talking about how Disney made a movie for the parks only with Michael Jackson. And I'm like, and it was like Captain EO. And I'm like, oh my God, I kind of loosely remember it. And then now that I'm older and I know people in Hollywood and stuff. So I had Michael Jackson was the star, George Lucas, right, was the writing in and producing it. Coppola, who did like Armageddon Now, like he was like, he still is like one of the best directors ever, was directing it. Disney was putting all their money into it. It was like, holy shit, there's this like all these people, all this greatness was put into it, and it was just bad. That's the thing. That's like, it was just super, super bad. So yeah, go check that one out.
Only Michael Jackson movie I remember is Moonwalker.
See, but
it's a movie all the time.
Moonwalker was awesome, but it's a movie only made for the parks. And that was the one thing at the time, I can't think of his name, the guy who was running Disney at the time, was trying to get Disney back into good graces before the golden age, in the 90s. And that was one thing, Michael Jackson, big Disney fan. So like, hey, let's make a movie. Star Wars just became a thing. Coppola's a big name. So they were doing that. And it's a pretty cool episode. It's on Secret Galaxy. I love that channel. And he broke it down and
he breaks down everything so great.
Yeah. But you can only see it
Ahsoka.
there.
Have you ever seen him break down the Clone Wars and Rebels?
No, I don't think so.
Oh man, it's so good.
I didn't even know he did that, because usually he does a lot of older stuff.
Yeah, he does usually, but I saw that. I was like, this is so good.
Yeah, I gotta check that one out. Yeah. Michael Jackson was the Wiz. Yeah.
Oh, that's the best movie he was in. Ease on down the road. That's the best one. But no, Moonwalker. And
if it's just him,
yeah. And then Smooth Criminal, he turns into like a spaceship and flies away.
God, yeah. That made no sense. It was so freaking like crazy. It was so crazy.
He just went mechanical, and then all of a sudden he turns into a space, flies away. I was like, what just happened?
Yeah.
Kid, I was like, I love it. I don't care.
Was it 1986 when they came out?
Yeah.
Oh, Brandon. My dad actually took us to Disney, and I saw Captain EO. It was in 3D. Oh yeah, it was in 3D. Yeah, it's on YouTube now. Yeah, it's on YouTube now. You can find it. They made and I had no idea about all this. They made a special theater it was 4D. That's what they called it. It was 4D because it was in
water and stuff like that.
Then the lasers and the way the music was like you're there. So it was like insane. I was like, God, they spent so much money and it was just bad. So, but yeah, it is on YouTube. He said you can find it on YouTube now. But I gotta check it out and see what was going on. It was like
sounds like a watch party, guys. Captain EO.
Yeah, there you go. There you Professor Film. Good evening. I remember going to see Captain EO at Disneyland back in the days. Look at that, man. This thing I didn't even know about until like yesterday. People remember. And that was like Michael Jackson, like peak. Like Thriller had just came out back then and stuff like that.
Come on. He made Thriller.
Yeah.
Thriller.
Yeah. So
dude, that's the greatest movie video ever I've ever seen.
100%.
It's like hilarious. I think they talk about I love the movie, the thing that they did with his sister, Scream. I remember when Scream came out and that it was like an event. I was at my grandmother's house, and my dad and my mother came over. Like, we gotta watch Scream because it's gonna come out on like it was like ABC or something like that, and
Mhm.
you had to stop what you're doing to watch a video. The
Mhm.
dude stopped the world to watch his video with his sister. It is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Which one was that one? Is that the one where it's like it's all like silver, right? Like in
Yeah,
space or something?
yeah.
That's the one? Yeah. Okay.
And they were doing that like cold dance break at the middle of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. That's funny. What we got? What we got? What we got? It said, drops Apple stock. I don't think so, man. I think that would like
They will
shoot
people
up.
will lose their damn mind. It'll be the
Yeah.
one thing to kind of boost Disney stuff. What you do? You bought Disney? Apple's is gonna know how to do it right, and then it boosts everything.
Yeah. We get a story that's like 10 years, like, hey, look at this. We're gonna make a superhero movie. It's like, you're old. That's what Apple's acting like they created like USB-C charging cables now. Apple. Theme park money is how they're able to do so much. 100%. Even still to this day.
Think about how much money you spend. Just regular people. People don't have money will mortgage their house to go to Disneyland and Disney World. You can easily spend $10,000 in a weekend, easily at Disneyland or Disney World. I mean, without trying.
Yeah,
doing regular stuff, buying a
Yeah.
fast pass, tickets to all the parks, a fast pass, a rental car, and food. $10,000 for 4. Done.
yeah. I mean, if you take away the rent-a-car, if you stay on property, that's a butt ton of that. That's so much fucking money, just staying on property. And then everything it gets expensive,
literally,
but like, are within
you go
things.
in a car. You
Yeah.
bought a car. That's
Yeah. But like we never spend too much money when we go, but we watch a lot of YouTubers and know a lot of the tricks and do things, where we're able to take
I go
advantage of
see
a
a
lot of stuff.
timeshare. I see a timeshare video every single time I go to Disney World.
That's what you're saying. I was looking for one. But he said Amazon had data centers, AWS, AI, and the website. I hope they can steer clear too. Yeah.
No, Amazon
with
has
it.
its own content. I mean, with The Boys, I'm waiting for Upload season 2 come out. I think it comes out November 3rd
Yeah.
or something like that. They
Yeah.
got a lot of great content. I mean, Invincible. Amazon is
Well, shit. Amazon owns Thursday Night Football now. Right now, if you want to go watch
Hey,
football,
we're watching
you
right now. One watching
Yeah,
right now is Amazon. Yeah,
Twitch is owned by Amazon. So yeah,
everything. Of
Yeah.
course.
he said George buys back Star Wars at a discount. It's like,
Yeah, that's
I don't
not
think so.
happening.
Yeah, that's not happening.
That's not happening, guys.
Yeah.
It's worth a lot more than you're putting in there.
Yeah. Man, you want to message Brandon one more time?
I already did. He said I'm on my way. So
Okay.
But that was like
Um,
half an hour ago. So if we got to
Ooh.
do it, we got to do it.
Yeah. So Moonwalker's on YouTube also. I didn't know that. Yeah.
Oh, I
Moonwalker's
still
awesome.
watching my
I-
VHS, bro.
Nice. He said Scream is the most costly video ever made. FYI, $7 million it costs to make Scream. Jeez.
But that's nothing. If you got Michael and Janet money,
That's true.
Michael makes $7.
That's
You know how
nothing.
much he spent $7 million? He said, I want that, and that. That's how he spent $7 million. That's what he does.
Yeah. I mean, the
You don't even know
dude
what
bought the
that is.
Beatles. I mean, the dude bought the Beatles.
What's the Beatles? Yeah.
I was like, I like your stuff. It's mine now. It's like- yeah, and that's the thing. I think if you ever hear Paul McCartney talking about that, and he said like he was talking to Michael, and they were talking about like owning stuff like that and doing stuff like that, and then years down the road, he came in and he's like, oh hey, yeah, I own your stuff now, and he's like, they're like, okay, what? And he's like, oh yeah, I bought all the copyright for all your music. It was like that's like a crazy fucking gangster move. It was like, oh, thanks for that advice. I just bought all your shit. Like,
I'm gonna give you this one song back. Here you go.
not even, man. Michael charged a butt ton for anybody to use any of the Beatles stuff.
Hey,
I
And
think
that's how he
Paul
was
got
able to
most of it
spend
back.
all that money. He's like,
Yeah,
"Man, I want this,
yeah,
and
exactly.
this."
Bought his own theme park. But I think McCartney bought most of it back after his estate went for sale.
I thought that he got at a discount. Like Michael said, it would go back to
Go
someone from
back.
the Beatles at
I'm
at a
sure.
discount.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. All those Bitcoin scammers can go. The world is being set up for the rich and the poor for for Disney
No,
World.
yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if you're poor. You'll do whatever you got to do to get to Disney World.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not rich by any means, and we go probably yearly. But like I said, like if you know how to do
Dude,
things, you can take
if you're watching
advantage
this
of it.
channel, no, don't let you get away with that. If you
Well,
watch this channel, you know
well,
he's gone to Disney World now twice in the last 6 months. The man has
not
been to
6.
Disney World. Yes, it's been 6 months, bro.
April, yeah,
Yes.
April. Yeah.
Twice in 6 months he's been there.
But like honestly, but this is 2 years, 2 times in 1 year. I don't think we're ever gonna do that again.
He's going, he's like, I'm not doing that again. I'm going to Disneyland. It's
I do
going
wanna
up,
go to
guys.
Disneyland.
It's getting better.
I do want to go to Disneyland next year. But we usually go at the end, like around October, because I can't handle that weather in Florida.
I almost go. I go every summer, but this year I haven't been able to because all the stores that should have been opening, so I haven't been able to go. So we're going to reunion in Universal Studios, and then we'll have the girls fly out, and we'll go to Disney that weekend in February, and then we'll go again in June. Still,
June. Whew.
yeah, I'm okay with it.
Oh
You know what?
man, you?
I thought it
Oh
was gonna be
man,
bad, but you know what? Everyone's sweaty, so it doesn't even matter anymore.
yeah, I guess. Man, that's a lot for me.
We own a timeshare for Father's Day, and then they ask, "Where do you want to go?" You know where I want to go. Going to Harry Potter Land.
They all, yeah. Oh man. But we did the what's it called? The not so scary stuff.
Mhm.
And yeah, like you go to events like that, you don't need to buy the flash pass because
There's only like 15 people there.
yeah, I mean every ride was basically a walk on, and it's at night too. It looked cool, so
You either do that
stuff.
or you do what we do. Culver's go buy out the park, and we're just going.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Then when you said you did that, I'm like, that's awesome. Like you just bought the park. Like, hey, this is ours for the day.
They're like, "Here's $200,000. We got this. See you." It's like,
That's
okay, I will do it. Our it's funny because the hotels for that thing sold out in 48 hours. We blocked off.
wow.
Yeah, we blocked off like 1,500 hotel rooms and sold it. It went sold out
Is it
in 48 hours.
on property or is it like
It's
right
at
outside?
the Marriott on property on the Marriott.
Okay, I know.
It's a lot of
right.
money. It was
Yeah.
like for 4 days. We're talking about like $1,400 for 4 days.
Yeah. I know which one you're talking about too. That Marriott. So, all right, let's go through some real quick. But Mike and Jan can afford it. Yeah, exactly. Sony owns it. Oh, does Sony own
The Beatles now?
the Beatles stuff now? I thought McCartney bought a bunch of it back. Yeah, Mike screwed over Paul big time. He did. Yeah, Paul asked Mike to borrow the money to Diddy. Mike said cool and just bought it instead. That's crazy.
He's right. Sony
Yeah.
owns the company owns the rights to the Beatles song as well as those from Bob Dylan, Marvin Gaye, Lady Gaga, Taylor Swift, Hank Williams, and Roy Orbison.
Wow. Yeah, Paul was trying to get the Beatles masters. Mike screwed him.
It said
I
a
didn't know that.
decade after the initial deal, Jackson sold 50% of ATV to Sony for $95 million, creating the music publishing company Sony ATV.
Mm,
So that's how I got it.
damn.
And he got the first right of refusal for buying back the songs for Michael.
Who does?
State. That's what Sony did.
Michael's
Sony had
estate?
first. Yeah, so they had first right. They got 50% and first right of refusal to
Mm,
buy the stuff.
damn, damn. But he's saying Paul owns his older songs due to copyright law and will continue to gain his songs each year. Okay, that's kind of good, but
Because after 50 years, it comes back to original.
oh yeah, copyright laws are so crazy, man. And also here, full circle, a lot of copyright laws are super fucked up because of Disney. Because of Disney. Disney messed up copyright laws so much because they lobbied the American like government to like change the laws all the time so they wouldn't lose like Mickey Mouse
All the
and,
movies, yeah.
and stuff like that. But yeah, now they're starting to lose stuff. You know, that's why we got like 4 different versions of Pinocchio last year. You know, it's like that's because they lost it. Why we got the Blood and Honey, the scary Winnie the Pooh movie. You know, the copyrights are starting to um go in public domain. Didn't Mike buy some of Eminem's masters also? That's
Mike
damn.
was a gangster.
Yeah, like you said, he literally like I want that, that, and that. Like, and it wasn't like a new car or anything. It was like owning people's like life. You know, like he bought like real shit. Like
Hey,
real
look, he
shit.
said, the first thing that came up was that the petty reason Michael Jackson bought the rights to Eminem's music for $515 million.
515 mil?
Yep.
That's it? I mean, I know that's a lot, but it seems like it'll be more. That's crazy. Wait, who owns it now then? I'm like, oh, I'm assuming Sony probably owns it now then. With Eminem's
Eminem will
masters.
eventually have publishing rights to his music returned in 2016, 7 years after Michael Jackson's death. So Eminem
Oh,
owns it
so
again.
yeah, okay.
So
Also,
3 years
that was a
later,
while ago.
Jackson's company, Sony ATV, purchased the publishing company. Oh, so Michael Jackson actually owned part of Sony ATV.
That
So
makes
he
sense.
owned 50% of that.
That's probably okay. Why they got all that stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Mike. Yeah, Mike was a gangster with the money, man. I mean, one, he had just so much money, and then two, he would just literally buy, like you said, buy anything he wanted.
Here's this: despite owning the words that were written to insult him, Jackson never actually made any adjustment to the music itself. Maybe he had gotten over it in the 3 years, or maybe he just felt like he already won. In any case, it's one of the music's most surprising examples of "fuck you" money. I got that much money. I have so much money. I fuck you. Oh, you gonna talk about me? I'm buying
That's
everything you made. I'm
uh,
buying you. Like that's what? Can't do that.
yeah,
Can't buy a
greatest
person.
rock band in all time, and it's mine.
It's done.
That's crazy. That's crazy. It said Disney also had some laws change where planes can't fly over their parks. Yeah, I think it's still like that.
I think they own all the airspace.
Yeah. Because like one, the whole Reedy Creek thing, the big thing with DeSantis versus Disney, I don't want to get into it. But they own like it's like their little mini government, and so they could reroute planes around. I think though it's still like that because especially after 9/11, that was a big thing too. Is like we don't want planes, definitely don't want planes anywhere near, where there's like so many people, which also safety makes sense and stuff like that too. So. But yeah, and two is like they don't want planes just to be looking bad. Like they want to look up in the sky and you see clouds. It's all magical.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. So Apple screwed over the Beatles, who formed Apple Corp. Apple agreed long ago not to do music. Then MP3 and iTunes came along. Really? So
Oh
Apple screwed over
wow.
the Beatles, who formed
Wow.
Apple Corp. Hmm. Wow. MP3s, man, digital movie or digital songs that changed the world. Changed the world.
I mean, it's changed music totally. Everything in
Yeah,
music.
yeah. Or my son, he's still kind of feeling sick.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh.
I think he's up. Mike didn't like the "Just Lose It" video.
He made fun of his
He made
nose.
for his
Yeah.
nose. Oh, his fun
You know,
stuff.
it's
Like,
also the verse that he talked
wow.
about him. Talked about him. And so he's like, oh, really? I'm literally gonna take this money that I have in my left pocket and buy everything you ever made.
Uh huh.
I,
And now you
that's
can never sing that song ever again.
it's the most gangster thing ever. It's just, dude.
Yeah, yeah. So, what's your favorite movie performance in a music biopic? Uh, so a music biopic.
I got mine answer already.
What you got?
It's gonna be Jamie Foxx and Ray.
Mm.
You know, when he everything he was singing in Georgia, mess around, everything he did, he touched was perfection.
Hmm.
Literally, when I think of Ray Charles, I think of Jamie Foxx first.
Yeah,
And he
yeah, that's a
sounded
good one.
just like him, but when you have a voice that way, that and you play the piano classically trained, you can do that. So like
Hmm.
that comes to mind immediately for me.
Yeah, yeah. I had to look it up because like the first thing I thought about um was uh the Queen one, but
Mhm.
so hey, can you hold it down for a minute? I gotta run upstairs.
Uh-oh. He's out of here. So when as far as that biopic, yes, I thought Ray was perfect. I mean, I thought that Jamie Foxx did the best job of any biopic, and the music was actually him. So it's hard when we're talking about. You said Queen, you have to be the one singing. When you're playing the actual music, it's hard just thinking. It's still just the actual music. When someone else is singing it, when you're the actor is actually singing it, I think that's the best thing you can have. So I, I can't think of anything that's better than that. Personally. Because everyone else is not doing it. They're not doing it themselves. 1981, as a condition to the settlement for Apple Computer, agreed not to enter the music business, and Apple Corp agreed not to enter the computer business. Wow. Wow. Okay. That's cool. So, the best actor musician is Dudley Moore. I don't know, man. Actor musician. I mean, so who does that? So what will be up there? So as I said, Jamie Foxx would be up there. Um, do you include um his piano is fantastic, but Jamie Foxx is classically trained also as a pianist. Um, who else would? I mean, now besides that, now you're gonna get into rappers and you're gonna get into hip hop artists, and I don't think they can hold a candle to any of the Common. Common is awesome as an actor. He's once again hip hop artist. You're gonna talk about Ice Cube. Do you want to talk about um there's I mean everyone else I think is more of a hip hop artist than anything else. But that actually is a musician. I can't think of anyone else who's a musician. Like, I mean, as I said, Jamie Foxx plays the piano. He's a classically trained. What he did is probably the best one I'm thinking about. Oh, and you know what? No, what you just said about Lady Gaga. Otherwise, we include Lady Gaga. Yes, I agree. Lady Gaga. See, I thought we were talking movies. Well, I am talking movies. So as I said, Ray is a biopic, right? That's a movie, right? So that would be Jamie Foxx. And as far as we talk about Common, he's in all the movies. Prince is hard. Um, Prince is the greatest musician I've ever seen. But is he really an actor? Or is he just, doing it? Yeah. If you're gonna do Prince, you're going to include Paul McCartney and Ringo. They've been in movies too. I agree. Yeah. So, but who are people are actual actors? There are great musicians too. I mean, Tupac. If you really want to get real technical, Tupac has been in a lot of movies. Look at him at IMDb, and he might be the greatest rapper of all time. So Above the Rim, Jason's Lyric. I mean, there's not just lyric, Poetic Justice. So I mean, well, then you're gonna say that. How about Will Smith? He was a rapper first, right? He won a Grammy. He's not the best musician, but he won a Grammy. He's put out a lot of stuff. So yeah, that's it's hard to say. Rain is true. Purple Rain is awesome. It is, uh, but it's him just being himself. You know, Purple Rain is just Prince is being Prince. So that's kind of, I don't know, hard to say, hard to go with that. Say Professor Phil fan says Michael Jackson bought the Beatles catalog to give the royalties to black artists that never owned them. Yeah. Wow, that's cool. But then why did he sell half of it to Sony for that money? Did he use that money to pass the royalties on? I don't know enough about the story to be able to be educated for it, so I don't know. Those are, I'll have to know more about it before I can really speak on it. I don't know. Who else do you guys have that are artists that are also actors? Here's the question. Was Will Smith a better rapper, actor than Pac? Because Pac's life was cut short. Will Smith is a better actor. Tupac wasn't going to go win, an Emmy. He wasn't going. He would have slapped somebody too, but but Tupac wasn't going to win. I mean, Will Smith is a great actor. What he's done, some of his movies are some of the best biopics that you have seen. I mean, when he did Muhammad Ali for a long time, you thought that was, he was Muhammad Ali. So I think Will Smith as an actor, he's on a different level. He'll never be the artist that Tupac is. He'll never be the artist. But he's won the Grammys, and he has Emmys. He's won Best Actor. So when we're still going with all those things, I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and put. I put Will Smith probably higher in the category because he's better at both. He's won more. So yeah, I know. I probably shouldn't be bringing up the slap. My bad. He did it. Dudley Moore is funnier than Fox. Wow. I think Jamie Foxx is depends on if you like him or not. I think as a person, I think Jamie Foxx is hilarious. Just as a funny person. He's a great stand-up comedian? I don't think he's a great stand-up comedian. But speaking of stand-up comedians and actors and all that stuff, Eddie Murphy released the album right in the 80s. He was doing everything. Whoa. Fox is a doofus since a living color. No. See, Jamie Foxx has done amazing things when you talk about IMDb. The things as far as an actor, he was amazing. Was Jamie Foxx's album a banger? Yes, it was. It was a very good album. It was a very good R&B album. Party All the Time was fired. But think about what Jamie Foxx did. Django Unchained, when he did. I don't want to say They Clone Tyrone, but that was okay. But he did Ray. Collateral was another good one. Just Mercy, Soul. I'm only talking about the real good ones because Law Abiding Citizen. So I don't think he's a doofus in all those movies, man. So yes, I agree. Jamie Foxx's Unpredictable has no skips. It's banger after banger after banger. Like you can listen to the whole album and just keep it going. So I actually listened to 80's album and it was trash. See. Okay, well, watch Old Dudley. He is fantastic. I believe he is fantastic, but I'm not going to take away from Jamie Foxx. Dudley Moore is known. but I'm not going to take away from Jamie Foxx, especially what he's done. And he's been in a lot of different things. Dudley Moore is, I don't know, but he's not as charismatic. I mean, what he did to Arthur is one of the best, you know, best movies I've seen in a long time. But no, I'm saying when we talk about specific. Oh, we were talking about musical performances. I thought even I'm still going there because I'm still talking about Ray, what he's done about in Ray. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm bringing that up. We're talking about musical performances. I thought, yeah, but what he did in Ray was just amazing still to me because he did it as Ray Charles. But as a caveat, I will give you this: these movies, he did sing in Ray. He sang all of it in Ray. He sang all of the songs were him singing Ray's song, but he didn't make any of those songs. Like he's doing a rendition of the songs as a singer. So they're not his songs; they're Ray Charles' songs that he was singing. So that's kind of hard. It wasn't all Ray dubbing though. So I know a lot of people think that, but it wasn't all Ray dubbing. It was actually Jamie Foxx singing a lot of it still too, especially in the live ones. Because they talked about that and it was broken down. It's probably on YouTube actually too. I believe it is on YouTube when you did it and how he was singing some of the stuff and they did throw in some dubbing in it, but it mostly is Jamie Foxx singing Ray Charles's music. But once again, it is Ray Charles's music, so it's not like he wrote it too. So I do that caveat has to be said. What else do we got? Huh. What do we got here? Lady Gaga wins. She acted, singing, and winning song. Then Lady Gaga wins. She acted and sang the Academy Award winning song. She did it in the movie. I don't think she's as good of an actor as Jamie Foxx is, but she's damn sure a better singer than most of these people out there. I think when she does as for herself, who she is. She's able to just be Lady Gaga, and she's getting there. But he won like best actor for a film and a biopic that he did amazing in. So I still think that that's close. But Lady Gaga will be one of those things if she chooses to, because Lady Gaga is one of those people that just kind of does what she wants to do. So if she chooses to do that, she will be able to do that.
All right.
Yeah, she's only been in one movie, exactly, but she's also going to be in the Joker one. She will be.
I'm kind of curious about that.
Yeah, so I think she's gonna give some good stuff. So I don't want to. Yeah,
man, she's 50-50, man, because like she was pretty good in A Star Was Born, but then she was not good in Gucci or House of Gucci, wherever it was.
House of
but
Gucci,
also
yeah.
that whole movie was
that wasn't her fault. They told her to go over the top.
Like,
but my
bad.
thing is, what we're talking about right now is because I say Jamie Foxx is probably the best actor, singer, all those things, and especially in it's a music performance in a movie. And then so Puniscat has been saying, we got Lady Gaga, we have Olivia Newton-John, we have what's his name, Dudley Moore, and I say all of them, but none of those are on the same level. I said as Jamie Foxx. I think Jamie Foxx changed the game with what he did.
I agree.
So
I agree. Yeah, he can actually sing. Like real, like he's has an actual like singing, career. He's obviously a great actor, so yeah.
But I do say there's a lot of people that are still very good at doing these things, and I don't want to.
Oh, those old school No Limit film. I remember those, man. I remember those. Maybe more piano is better.
I probably will agree with you. Yeah. I don't want to put limits on someone, but I probably would agree with you with that. From what I've seen.
All right, you want to watch a trailer?
Yeah, let's do.
I think I got one that you might like.
let's watch the trailer. I want to talk about Ahsoka. So
Yeah,
regardless of
yeah.
this, we'll do this and then we go right into Ahsoka.
Yeah, we give Brandon some time, so we give him at least one
He's
trailer
had
worth.
he gets 8 more minutes and then we go Ahsoka.
All right, sounds good. All right, I think this trailer is one you're gonna like. So,
Oh,
all right,
had me at hello.
yeah, all right, let's do this. All right, welcome to Spoiler Kings. My name is St. Crane. We're Brian the Grizzly, and we have a trailer for you guys that we're going to react to. We are going to react to the new Percy Jackson and the Olympians.
Perfect.
That's coming out on Disney Plus. So it's just a teaser trailer. It's only a couple days old at this point, but 2 days old. Number 36 on trending on YouTube. So I know you're a fan of the Percy Jackson stuff.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, so cool. Yeah, let's check this one out and then we'll talk about it. So I haven't seen this trailer either. Oh no. It's Brian. I don't know what happened with Brian. He just so excited. Uh-huh.
Yes.
Oh,
I was too excited. I got so excited. I went large screen and actually put myself out of the studio.
nice. I'm like so excited. All right. Let's check this one out and then we'll talk about it.
All right.
Let me put it down here. All right. Let me know if you can hear it.
I was scared of dentists in the dark.
My name is Percy Jackson. Am I a troubled kid? Yeah, you could say that. Bad grades, bullies, all the normal stuff. And then there's some stuff that's maybe not so normal.
There you are. You saw something. Something that no one else could see. The stories that I have told you about Greek gods and half-bloods, they are real.
Mrs. Jackson, things have changed. This is all developing a lot faster than we anticipated.
Grover, why is there half a goat in your pants?
So the important thing is not to panic.
Percy Jackson. We've been expecting you. The Master Bolt has been stolen. That is your quest.
Remember what I taught you. You're gonna need to be brave now.
All right. Okay.
I like that it's a series. That's what I'm liking. It makes more sense.
The first thing I thought was, this is not as good as the old Percy Jackson movie.
Uh-huh.
And Percy Jackson and Olympians, the Lightning Thief. First thing I thought was like, it's not as good. It doesn't look as good. But then being a series makes more sense. And I probably can get down with the series part.
I think you're able to dive in deeper into some of the
lore,
some of the lore and stuff. Yeah. You know, because if it does well, I think it's gonna do well. Because this looked pretty good. They went with a lot younger Percy Jackson than they did in the movies. Because in the movies, he was more like older teenager. It seemed like
15, 16.
Yeah.
He's 15, 16.
In that first one. So here it looks he looks a little bit younger. So which is probably good, especially if you want to do a series that might have multiple seasons.
You have to, because now what we're doing, if you do these series and you start too old, they'll be 30 by the time the series is over.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. But I thought that looked good. It looked good. Yeah, I don't know too much about Percy Jackson. I think I've seen a few of the movies and that's about it.
Yeah, the story is still the same story. I mean, the whole idea of him being a half-blood and all those stuff. But once again, that's Edge.
Edge?
It's Edge.
Okay, I was like making sure I'm not crazy. I'm like, is that Edge from the WWE?
But my problem with this is you're never going to get the quality of actors and actresses that you had with the first one. You just could like the first one had Uma Thurman in it, Rosario
Yeah.
Dawson, Alexandra Daddario. You know, like you're gonna have Pierce Brosnan. You're never gonna get that quality. Julia Richings, like Richings, yeah. Who I think is perfect as Death for Supernatural. But you're never gonna have that type of cast. So if you're gonna do it this way, then you need to go ahead and make it a series and make it be different and going deeper into the lore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean that's the difference between making a movie and a TV show. You know, a movie you're able to really go all out and get good actors and put a lot of money in production and stuff like that. Here, I mean, it looks like it's good enough production. Like it looks pretty good. I thought the CGI with that harpy that goes in tax him, I thought that looked good, and a lot of the other stuff looks good. Let's see if this kid, I'm not sure who he is. I can't recognize him from something anywhere else. But if he's good enough, obviously he's Percy Jackson, so he's the title character, so he has to be able to do well. So
I think my worry is that you're doing a remake of Percy Jackson within 15 years of the original Percy Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
That though it wasn't good, it wasn't great, still had 3 movies.
Was it 3?
There's 3 movies, yeah.
Okay.
So like that's going to be very difficult for you to do. It's hard remaking movies that close to the original. It really is.
Yeah.
But if you want to recast them, I'm all for recasting.
And full reboot and stuff like that. So I mean, I think there's enough space for both in the world. Like if you like the movies, I think you can still enjoy the movies, and then this I think is going to go more in depth, like we said, and really explore the character and the stories and the lore and stuff like that. Which something like this with like I don't even know how many books Percy Jackson is. I know it's a few books at this point. So going series might be the way to go. I think it is the way to go. So
see, as you say that, but then I think about things like The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Just with C.S. Lewis and how you have like 5 of those books, and I know they're probably gonna go series with that. I'd rather it be in a movie.
Yeah,
because I feel like every book was epic enough that you should make it into a movie.
Well, look at what's the other one? Golden Compass. Golden Compass was his Dark Materials, and it was terrible. And the show was amazing, amazing. But then also the show had great actors. Daphne Kean, I believe, was it X-23. She was in it. Who is it? Professor X. Was it James McAvoy?
Oh no, Jack McAvoy.
James McAvoy. Yeah. The new Professor X. There's a few other like bigger names in there as well, but yeah, it was like super freaking super awesome. I don't know if it finished yet, but yeah.
But you can look at Mockingjay. You can Mockingbird and all that stuff, and that's what's better. Hunger Games was better as a movie. So like sometimes when you have an epic story, and you tell it right, but you have to have engaging title people leading it. I think that was the problem with the whole Percy Jackson. The kid that was the first kid was just, I mean, he was good. I mean, it's Logan Lerman. He was fine, but he wasn't. All the ancillary stars, people around him were better than he was, and that's hard to lead something when you are yourself the 5th best one on the screen.
Yeah, and you're the star, you're the title character, you're the main one, and you're not the best. That's why I said with this kid, if he's got to be able to
carry it,
to be that character, and we got to be able to like get behind his arc of I could be wrong, but I think it's like I don't want to do this, and then he becomes like the hero, and then
he doesn't even know who he is for all that time. Like he doesn't know who his father is. He doesn't know, and he's thrust into it, and he finds out how good he actually is at a lot of these things, and his natural ability. He sees his father, but he still has a lot of vengeance towards him. So there's a whole arc with it, which it should have been a great movie. It should have been a great movie. It just wasn't.
Yeah. So hopefully they knock it out of the park with it. I'm excited. I got Disney Plus, so obviously I'm gonna watch it, and I'm assuming we'll probably do a weekly little breakdown. Maybe not a full crazy Star Wars Ahsoka kind of one, but I wouldn't mind doing a weekly discussion about the Percy Jackson stuff, especially if it's done well.
It has to be done
mind.
well. That's
yeah.
That's
Yeah. And we'll know. I think after the first 2 episodes on December 20th, if they aren't good, I wonder if that's gonna like really kind of upset a lot of people.
It will, because this is something that people care about.
Yeah.
You can't give crap and expect tell people, oh, this is good.
Yeah, exactly. So
This
get to a few comments.
Call rain.
Yeah, right. Victoria, so we got Martin over on Twitch said, typical Brian things. Nice nerdy stuff. And you would assume like I would like this because I love Greek mythology. Mythology. And I really never got into Percy Jackson. So I'm hoping this is good so I can actually get into this story, So
as long as it's a good story, you'll be fine.
Yeah. And then Putin's cat didn't even know. He goes, they're redoing Percy. Like, yep. I thought they were canning a lot of these shows. Some of them, but this one wasn't.
Marvel stuff. They're going to can a lot of Marvel stuff. They're not going to can
the big IPs, Marvel and Star Wars. They're going to downsize that a lot. But this was, they already put a decent amount of money, I believe, into it, and they put a lot of production already into it. So it was definitely not canning this one. But yeah, that's it. So December 20th, we'll see how it goes after that. Yeah, excited about it. But yeah, unless you got anything else, I think that's it for this kind of little reaction to the teaser.
I want more.
Yeah,
I want to see what it's going to be. I want to know.
I want to see a full trailer.
This kid's going to be exactly.
I want a full trailer. But cool. Yeah, just leave a comment if you're watching on the replay gang. Leave a comment. Let us know what you think about the Percy Jackson Disney Plus show. Are you interested? Is this going to be your first time watching it? Leave a comment. Let us know. Also, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button so YouTube knows we're doing a good job over here. And if you're watching live, stick around because we are going to talk about Ahsoka. Right. We bring in Brand Man.
I have one thing to say about the Percy trailer.
What you got?
What's going on?
What you got?
Percy Jackson should have black hair, as was described in the books.
What does he have? Blonde?
No, he has black hair in the books.
No,
in the show.
He has brown.
Like a brown.
He has like blonde, like
blonde.
Kinda, yeah,
a dirty blonde.
Well, it's Walker Scobell from the Adam Project, so I'm cool with it. But beggars can't be choosers. But,
that's who it is. Okay.
Yes.
I told you I knew I'd seen him. Oh my god, yes.
He wasn't too bad. He was a little annoying, but
oh no. I thought he was great. I thought he was great. Like they could have dyed his hair black, that's all.
Yeah.
It's better than having 30-year-olds playing the characters, but Alexandra Daddario for two obvious reasons gets a pass. So.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but I'm saying she also was only 16 years old when it came out.
No, she wasn't.
Really?
How old is Alexandra Daddario now?
Alexandra Daddario is around our age, dude.
I thought she was 31.
You thought wrong.
Percy Jackson, the Lightning Thief came out in 2010.
In 2010, yeah. So when she was doing the movie, it was 2008.
Yeah.
Oh, in 2008, she was
7 now.
15. So she was 22. She was 22.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, she was 22.
Okay.
When she was 22 playing a 17-year-old, that's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, it's about.
Oh, it's definitely not.
That's not the worst thing in the world. That's 5 days, 5 years, whatever.
Oh no! Just the Percy Jackson characters were like little, in the books. So.
No, you're 100% right. But what I said is that the movie had stars in it. They had epic stars like Pierce Brosnan. They had Uma Thurman. They had great actors, and it's going to be hard standing up next to that. And not because I felt like the title character, I thought the kid was not good. He wasn't good. But when everyone around you is better than you are, it kind of that's what happens.
Well, star power can only take you so far. Like, if your stories have a following, stay true to the characters, and it seems like they're doing that. Logan Lerman was fine as Percy. Alexandra Daddario was, I will never complain about her, but
44.
uh,
Damn, she's only 37.
We have we
yeah,
Yeah, she's 37.
she wasn't 30 something. She's only 37 now.
yeah. Brandon T. Jackson, who played Grover, is grown ass dude. So
No, he was grown in what was the Tropic Thunder. So
that was after Tropic Thunder,
Oh,
wasn't
man.
it?
he was
Yeah.
grown in Tropic Thunder. So he
Yeah.
can't go back to being a teenager. That's why I didn't say anything about that.
Imagine doing a rap song saying "I love the pussy," and then you're playing a high school, like a pure-hearted, like centaur mentor to a
15 years old.
yeah.
Wait. Are we talking about the same person? Alexandra Daddario was not born in 1979.
1979. No.
Yeah, she was
think she was
86.
born-
She was like our age
86.
ish. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think
She's
was
at 37 now.
So what did I miss out on while I was downstairs getting drunk?
Everything.
Yeah, we just did that one trailer, and we were like, all right, he has to the end of the trailer to show up, and he showed up. So it's like,
Yeah, I did. I was like, yep, that was the end of it because
Dawson.
I was about to go.
Rosario
Rosario
Dawson.
Dawson, it doesn't matter how old she is.
Oh yeah, I missed this.
I don't care.
Rosario's 40.
Yeah, she's 40. And guess what? Cool.
Yeah,
I mean, she was born in what, 83? Cool.
She's born in 79, dude.
79. Yeah,
Then she can't be 40.
79.
Then she has to be 44.
Yeah, she's 44.
That's what I'm saying. He said she's 40.
Yeah,
she has to be
he
44.
corrected himself at 44.
Yeah.
And we got See For Yourself. We got Ken in the house. What's
up, Ken?
We got Ken, and then we also have Movie Time Minute. DJ, what's up? I know those guys were doing their Ahsoka talk over there.
That's perfect because now we can start our
we're gonna do ours. Yeah. See a few other ones. He goes, "Hey, Tank and Brian. Been a few days since I joined. How have you guys been? We've been pretty good.
Toxic. Yeah, what's up, Toxic?
Yeah, Gamer. What's going on? I've been seeing Toxic in a few other chats and in some of the other channels. So appreciate you being here. I rewatched Jaws today and think it was watchably horrendous. Jaws 3 wasn't. But number 1 was masterpiece. Brand man, how's your day been?
Do you see the look on my face?
Oh, look on your face.
No, I'm
You look
kidding.
very happy,
It's been
man.
good.
You
I'm
look
in
very
Portland right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been good.
Nice. I've been watching through the whole entire Jaws franchise, which is the first, of course, is perfect and is my 10th favorite movie of all time. Jaws 2, I originally thought it was okay, but I think it's decent. Yeah. That's cool. You're watching all the Jaws ones. Number 1 though is just especially I think I was telling See For Yourself this, it was like whenever I watch an old movie and it's like your first time watching it, I try to put myself in that time frame where like
Exactly. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back.
Yeah. So it's like
I don't think you have to do that with that.
Not with Jaws. I think Jaws is still kind of holds up. One, because they don't really show the monster. The monster. They don't show the shark. So it's your imagination the whole time.
Perfect. Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's the that's when you know how to really write something. When you're using your imagination, and that's what really runs wild for those things.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was perfect for Jaws.
Yeah.
It is smartly done and it's just a genius.
I mean, Spielberg, man, freaking. He's awesome.
Oh yeah, I mean, he's a genius.
Exactly. I also liked Willow on Disney Plus. I did not
like Willow.
Did you? I liked the original Willow for sure. But I never watched it because I just heard it wasn't good and I didn't want to ruin anything for me. But yeah,
it was okay. It was okay.
They tried to lean on nostalgia and
solely.
That's all it did. Like it didn't give me anything else, and I just that wasn't great for me.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been, I think, because it could have been great. It should have been great, But if you're gonna like take that, bring that movie back up, I think you need to make sure you're doing everything perfect.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They were going on the memory berries a little too hard. But yeah,
Pretty
so
much.
Jaw 2 was a great soundtrack. Yeah, I can see that. He said that scene where he shoots up the beach. This kid helps him pick up the bullet shells.
The bullet shells, the cases. The bullet cases. That's what he did. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the animatronic shark. Well, yeah, 3 is definitely better than 2, but number 1,
You didn't need it.
still came. Yeah, you only saw it a few times. You know,
Mhm.
so,
Glimpses
yeah.
of it was really drove the movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
But I enjoyed some of the show.
But going by that,
Moved
you
on.
can say Deep Blue Sea had the best shark. All of those things.
That was the best. Who did he kill?
Well,
Was it Sam Jackson?
Samuel
It sure
Jackson.
did.
We're not
Yeah.
gonna make that kid anymore. We're gonna get together. We're gonna eating shark.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Well,
awesome.
the shark failed to kill the other black man, so it's okay in my book forever.
Hey, you can't kill LL Cool J. LL Cool
Yeah.
J. Come on.
Yeah, man. If you kill Sam Jackson and LL Cool J in the same movie,
We're coming after you guys. Black Nation will come after you. That'll be it.
I was gonna say the shark just explode from like awesomeness. They can't handle it. Like
LL
blow
Cool
up.
J, you try to eat LL, the mic on his arm is just going to explode the shark immediately. He's just going to look like Neo coming out of it, like.
Yeah. I love Lucy. Yeah, that one's a good one. Yeah, Jaws was actually more violent in ways. I can say I haven't seen the Jaws 2 and 3 in a while. Number 1, I'll watch whenever it's on TV. All right, let me change this real quick and let's get into
Yes, let's get to Ahsoka. I've been waiting. The moment I've been waiting for.
Yeah. Jaws 3 was 3D. It was like one of the first 3Ds. Like people lost their damn minds how awesome the 3D was with that one. Yeah.
Deepest bluest. My head is like a shark's fin. Deepest bluest.
Oh, that was horrible. That was so stupid.
But it was great in a late '90s kind of way, right?
100%. 100%. It was
Hey.
such a 90s kind of song for a movie.
Dude, I go through all the best lyricists of all time, and LL Cool J is in my top 10. LL Cool J is one of the greatest.
And that was a great year for him. You know, like he had Deep Blue Sea, he had Any Given Sunday a couple months later.
Oh, that's right. Fuck yeah, he was awesome.
He had that TV show In the House, all that stuff.
Oh my god,
LL Cool
holy
J
shit!
was good.
I forgot about that.
LL Cool J was even good. I'm not even mad.
I'm telling you, LL Cool J is cold, especially as a battle rapper. I'm all for him.
Yeah. All right, let's knock this out real quick. I'll give me a second.
It ain't gonna be quick. I'm ready.
Yeah, not really. So see for yourself. How long did you guys talk about about Ahsoka? Okay, kids, give me 1 second.
Yeah,
type something.
He Seifert says that there's nobody who could do a versus with LL Cool J. No one would want to go 80s, 90s, 2000s with LL Cool J. Nobody.
Well, it's like that. Oh my god, who did Eminem just have the rap battle with? And it was like the old rapper, and it was so bad because it was oh my god, what the hell? Who was it? It was like recently too.
Who would want to battle Eminem?
But it's an old school rapper. It's like fucking Run, like not Run DMC. Like kind is it Run? But
Would
like
be Rakim? Because Rakim will rap some nasty stuff on you. Rakim,
people
Nas.
were making fun of it. No, it's like fucking like. Now I gotta look it up because like
I want to know now because
I know.
Because when we talking about battle rap, when we talking about MCs, Rakim is 3rd on my list. Then Nas is 4, and I got Jay-Z and Eminem fighting for 5th to 6th. Yeah, so
Man,
I mean,
who? Come on, somebody knows who I'm talking about, right?
who
Because
did
it's like
Eminem
recently.
battle?
It's like right now.
I don't remember. I didn't know Eminem battled
People were
anybody.
making fun of him. Um, oh my god.
The only one I got is Anthony Mackie.
Anthony Mackie, come on, man.
That was, you remember in 8 Mile?
Oh yeah.
His
Well, that
name is
was not
Clarence.
Anthony Mackie, mind you. That was Papa Doc.
Papa Doc.
God damn it.
I don't know anyone who will won the battle Eminem though.
Here we go. Melly Mel.
Oh, why would Melly Mel think he could do such
Yep.
Eminem?
It was bad, man. Because it's old school, man. It's like it's really old school, and that shit don't fly like that anymore, man.
No,
Like
but it could be old school
It
because
really doesn't.
Rakim. Well, no, Rakim could do old school rap and it still be hard. I'm thinking of a master plan like that. He's hard, so he can do those type of things, even at being 50. But you know, it would have to be Rakim. It would have to be Nas. Nas who's 50 now. It would have to be someone who's hard. Melly Mel shouldn't rap battle nobody. So I don't know. I mean, he's not even Big Daddy Kane, so I don't know how that worked out.
let's see if I can find it, because it's people are just completely trashing the dude like all over like the internet, because like it's not a good one.
There's no reason why
Somebody
he
said
should.
no auto tune, no mumbling, just straight ass. That's what some. I think he meant to put the fire, but let me see.
Yeah, you don't need to be do Grandmaster Flash going against Eminem.
No apologies, this ain't a disclaimer. I'm the king of legend, the first Hall of Famer. Making diss tracks, I know you with that. Now everybody get ready for the kickback. Why you hurt, why you mad, now you look bad. Like a roach just crawled out of your book bag. In a packed class, you lack class. Go to bed with no supper, cause you gotta suffer the backlash. The top 5 is cap, you the piss that's on the floor. In the elevator of rap, why you ducking on the...
I don't want to play too much of it, but
Bro. Okay. No. Eminem probably just destroyed him for no reason. Like,
I think this is his response to Eminem. Yeah, it's his response to Eminem. So I don't even know what Eminem said to him. I just heard people talking about this and just like
you don't understand how
cold
cold of a battle rapper Eminem is. Like dude, like Eminem is like top 5, 6 all-time great.
Yeah.
Like, and you just can't be just throwing people up in there. Like if you have to have
really
a certain
can't.
style. You just can't
You really can't.
throw those type of people up against them. Like, you know, if it's not Nas, if it's not Andre from Outkast, if it's not like I don't even know. Like I said, Rakim probably could still do his thing, but like those are battle rappers. Those are people that are going to Cannabis. You know, LL Cool J still great. You don't need that. Melly Mel's, you're wrong, man. Don't do that. This should be Will Smith against Eminem. Basically was.
Eminem, I don't know what I missed.
Just
look up his Melly Mel's response. Diss track to Eminem. It's old school trying to like fight against new school, and it's just like that. It doesn't work like that anymore. You know.
But see, that's what Eminem is not even new school.
Now I wouldn't say new school, but like old school when it's like, what's that? Was it Rapper's Delight?
Yeah,
it's like that.
Yeah, hip to the hip.
It's that versus Eminem. Like it don't, it don't happen. But even Sifri said, the Melly Mel was hilarious. The Eminem's, I'm starting to remember his now, and his was like really dope, like stuff like that.
I still see,
What's up, Mama Bear?
if you're gonna do someone like that, it needs to be like Rakim. Rakim, who's 55 years old, is still looking at him. You feel like he's too gangster for you. Like just the sight of Rakim makes you think like I'm not gonna mess with this dude.
You can get your ass kicked just by looking at him.
By his looks. Like that's that. He's so New York.
Really is, bro.
Yeah. Did you guys see Haunting in Venice? I have not yet. And after
No,
watching,
and I am not in a rush to see it either.
yeah, I watched Zack Attack's. What the heck? Yeah, it was like weird. Yeah, after watching Zack Attack's review, I'm like, okay, I'm really not. I'll wait for it. Yeah. Brandman's frozen. You're literally like on here twice. It's weird. So there's like the video you were here, and then there's like your old video where you're still frozen is on the bottom. I know you can't see it because you don't have the thing, but yeah, you're moving now. So, all right, let's talk about the Ahsoka, and then we'll call it a night. I am tired.
Yeah, I want to go back downstairs. So.
I know. Let's keep drinking.
You better not be able to wake up no more.
I have an echo.
Dude, no, you're good. You might be. Can I kick you from there? Let me see if I can kick.
That's why I was going to kick. I was afraid to do it if it is effective now.
There you go. All right, that worked out. You shouldn't have an echo.
Okay.
He became the non-blinking champion.
Do a staring contest with.
He was like,
he's still talking though. All right, let's do this. Let's knock this one out. You saw you saw Ahsoka, right, Brandon?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Let's make sure. All right, what is up? Welcome to Spoiler Kings. My name is Tank Curran. We're Brandon, Brian the Grizzly, and we are going to talk about Ahsoka episode 6. It came out a couple days ago, and yeah, so we are getting into full spoilers. So if you haven't seen it yet, pause the video, come back after you checked it out, and yeah. So, but yeah, are we getting spoiled? We're spoiling Ahsoka. We are fully spoiling Ahsoka. So, yeah. So big things happened in this one. But we'll get into our good, our bad, and kind of get into maybe some predictions and stuff like that. But right off the bat, Brandon, what you like about this episode?
I like that it switched gears for a second and it focused on Sabine, a character that I haven't much cared for recently, or up until recently. You know, like it kind of worked. You know, the title character took a back seat, which is becoming kind of a commonality with a lot of the Star Wars series, be it The Mandalorian, Andor. You know, we have that kind of like midpoint episode where like a supporting character takes a stage. It was kind of cool. Made me warm up to Sabine a little bit, you know. Granted, I missed Ahsoka. Granted, I missed Hera, but it was good. It was a nice little switch up.
Okay. Anything else? Any likes? If not, I mean, sure we'll come back around.
We'll come back around.
Yeah. Okay. What you got, Brian?
From the beginning, I loved seeing the Night Sisters. I thought that was so very cool. And it's something real small that the sister said. They said something like they sensed force power in Sabine. Did you guys catch that?
Yeah,
Jedi power.
Jedi. I feel Jedi.
Sister as a Jedi. I was like,
yeah,
that was so cool. And it was actually went opposite of what I've been thinking this whole time, that we're going to force her to be a Mandalorian. But if they sense Jedi power in her, that means they're probably going to let her be a Jedi. She's going to start being able to do a lot more stuff. I really love feeling
when the Night Sister was like, "Oh, I smell Jedi" or whatever she said. Mm-hmm. It cut the bait. Baden was like kind of like made that look. So I wonder, because like for me, I was like, I wonder that they sensed Jedi and it was really him, and they assumed it's her because she's in cuffs, obviously. So I'm like,
but they knew that he was an ex-Jedi.
That look like, you know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, obviously, they had freaking sabers on there. on his waist. But it was like a weird cut to Balin, and he kind of had a look like his eyes shifted a little bit.
Right.
Like I wind up watching it again, and I was like,
Yes.
kind of funny. He's like, no, not me. I'm good.
Yeah,
But yeah,
the force it to go into the eyes.
Exactly. But I did thought that was cool.
That was cool. I like the Shin Balin. They had a couple of moments in this entire thing that was really cool. The interaction, the things that they were saying. And I think off the air, me and Tank were actually talking about it because they called. So Shin asked about Jedi, and he's like, "Oh, so did you know?" What he asked, "Did you know Ezra?" And he's like, "No, he's much younger. He's not what we call a real Jedi. He's more of the Boken Jedi." And we're like, "What's Boken Jedi?" And he explained, "It's like, they weren't actually at the temple. This was after the temple crashed. This was after he was kind of shown how to do it. He wasn't done in the ancient style. He didn't really go all the knowledge and all the stuff of what Jedi used to usually get. That's what he was." So so I looked up. I was talking to Tank about this. But what is Boken? So Boken is are wooden swords, and what the way he was saying, the Balin was basically saying like, we were real swords. We are the real swords. They were these fake wooden swords, and they're different going forward. And the idea of it was what Balin was trying to get across was more that he has a greater aptitude for force because of what they've been through, and these guys are just kind of riding on their coattails, and they're not really part of the Jedi Order. They're not even practically what's going on. What this new Jedi is just they're going off the idea of being a Jedi, not actually all the stuff that they actually went through.
Yeah, like formally trained and kind of like learning it on their own kind of thing, on their own.
Like, like a mathematician who went through guy's PhD, and a mathematician who's reading a book of what they're doing and trying to teach themselves. And that's what he was kind of he's very disillusioned with the idea of these Boken Jedi. And I thought
I kind of like that.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, the idea of it was cool. I understand where he's coming from. And I think all this is leading to, he is a snob, but all that is leading to what we're getting from him, and why he's making these choices that he's making to go to this planet. Yeah, Einstein himself taught him. I know physics because Einstein himself taught me.
But that's the thing. It's like that's why he is kind of a snob. He's like, I was properly trained. These guys just are just. But also, it's like what you said, the mathematician who like went and studied years and became a doctorate and all that shit. But meanwhile, you got like Goodwill Hunting, who's just naturally good at it and is good. But that doesn't make him not any better or less better than somebody who has trained, because he's naturally gifted. And that's kind of makes Balin a snob like that, where Einstein taught himself, but does that make Einstein not smart? It's like, no, it's still Einstein.
It makes you might be even smarter. It might be more in tune with the Force, because you had to go through these things.
Yeah.
And I thought that was very interesting, but this is also probably going to be his demise. That thinking, and I thought that was very important that we, point that out. And he's telling this stuff to Shin, but he's going to go through all these problems because of that way of thinking. And I think that's what's going to really be part of him losing. And I'm now of the opinion that I don't know if Ahsoka or Ezra is going to kill him, but one of them is probably going to kill him because of this whole Boken idea. It'd be cool. It'll be very cool if Ezra is the one doing it because of what he just said. So I think that's going to be very cool, very smart, very well done. The Night Sisters themselves was very cool. And then finally seeing Thrawn.
Yeah.
Oh, it was awesome.
It was so awesome.
Oh, that was so great.
He was so fucking good, guys. Wow, they did it. We were thinking about this for years, and even Sabine and the way she went through her journey.
Oh, it was so awesome.
And then the fact that we talked about this with the animals are what brought Sabine
That's one of my theories.
That's
You know,
so-
I know I said it on.
I want to
Speak for
stop,
Yourself.
so I'm just gonna let you go ahead and go on for that. I could go on forever on this episode. I really enjoyed it.
I really enjoyed it.
I can't get him out of my mind. Why? I think about the Thrawn all the time.
Wow.
That was like the whole time, but yeah, he was awesome. I hate that he's getting so much hate. He's like, oh man, he's got a dad bod. He doesn't look like the cartoon. I was like really? This is what we're
such
talking about?
beggars,
It's
or
so
just
stupid.
picky people. You know?
Yeah, and I thought he looked good.
I thought he looked great.
Yeah, you know, I mean, he's
was
a
very
dude in blue
menacing.
makeup and red eyes. You know,
But he looked menacing and thoughtful, and you could tell that he's always thinking. He's learning about these things. He's identifying all your problems within you at all times. He's always contemplating and formulating the problem, and the solution. And this dude's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah, he was Throne was awesome. Him just walking up, and it's like, dude, you lost the battle 10 years ago, and he still has all this confidence. He's like, yeah, I'll still win. You know, like he never lost the confidence. Like he still knows he's going to win. You know, and I was like, damn, like because he's awesome. He's that badass. Did they make him look taller than he is? He's actually 6'4". Who was it? Mads Mikkelsen?
That was Mads Mikkelsen.
It was one of the Mickelsons. It was the guy who voiced him in the show in Rebels. So
Rebels. That's one.
Yeah. So hold on, before I get into some of the comments, because I'm getting to the other some of my good stuff was Lars Mikkelsen. There you go. Sorry,
Lars Mikkelsen. Yeah,
Lars. Yeah. One of my favorite things was I totally agree with you. I didn't really care for Sabine as much in this episode. I
never cared about Sabine.
Why Filoni is just ruining this badass character. She is such a badass, and Filoni is just like, I'm gonna make her do the stupidest shit. You know, it's like, why are you doing this to her, man? It's like, yeah. She was a little badass though in the fight.
Wes Chapman. Oh my god, from The Expanse. Yes. I fucking love him. I love The Expanse so much.
I was just gonna bring that up too because I know how much you love The Expanse, and when I found out it was Wes Chapman, I was like, oh yeah, Brian's gonna love that. Yeah, and then also like Putin's cat said, head sister was Claudia Black from Farscape. Which I didn't know. That's awesome. Yeah. But yeah, definitely loved everything you guys said. My favorite thing was seeing the night troopers. Because at first I saw them like, oh, they're kind of beat up. And I'm like, oh, is that like tape or something? And then once I found out, I was like, oh no, that's like the robes and the dressings from the Night Sisters. You know, because I believe right now the theory is that these are the Night Brothers. You know, basically what Darth Maul is. You know, so it's like if all of this people from the planet, you know, because if you have the Night Sisters, you have to have, you know, the male versions of them. And I wonder if he built an army of these like magic stormtroopers. I'm like, that's awesome, you know. But Enoch, which is the captain, the head guy with the gold face, I'm like, I want that right now. I want it so bad. Like, I never really wanted like any of the helmets. Like, I would love a Boba Fett helmet or a Mando helmet, you know. But this helmet, I'm like, that's one of the coolest helmets I've seen in a long time in Star Wars, because it goes back to like samurai Japan kind of style, especially with the gold, and it's awesome.
That's what Filoni's doing so good. He understands what Star Wars is and how
like
it is about samurai.
Yes,
he understands what it is, and that's why he's bringing all these words, these small things, they're making them into these huge ideas. And even like, you know, like Ahsoka's her two swords, you know, how one's bigger than the other one, and it's from like samurai law, because that's how they were. It's genius, the stuff that they're doing. I'm loving these details.
Oh, Putin's cat, dead on. That's the first thing I thought about. It was Mordred from Excalibur, which was like Arthur's bastard son. Yeah, I was waiting for that stupid laugh that he does. Because Excalibur is one of my favorite movies of, like, ever. And he does like the kid in the gold armor does like this stupid laugh the whole time. But it did kind of remind me of that, but it did remind me more of like samurais, like kind of that style, with the faces in it. Loved it. Even the ship. I had to go back and watch. A lot of the ship started having gold in it too. So I wonder if gold is just like an easy
An easy metal that's is around there.
in that planet or something. Yeah. But which makes so much more sense with like somebody like Thrawn, where is very proper and like almost like royalty, in a sense of like I have to show how badass I am, because if you go back and look at Rebels, his office chamber, whatever, was very neat, had art and all this like good stuff. So it was like he's a very bougie kind of person.
No, but remember what he does. He looks at the art from your planet, and he can figure out the way you're going to fight
exactly
in everything. So he is that way, and
yeah,
with the things you are with the things you keep around you, and
yeah,
that's why it matters. He's doing what he's doing. Exactly.
Yeah, that's why like I know like See For Yourself and the movie tubers, they were talking about it, and one thing they're like how I think DJ the Movie Time Minute was he was going on a rant on how bad it was that Sabine found Ezra pretty quick. Meanwhile, Thrawn never found him, and I think once they separated, Thrawn's like, I don't care about you. You don't know anything here. I have a fucking ship, still. And I'm sure he still had a lot of people on the ship that are loyal to him and stuff like that. So it's like, yeah, go run around. I'm going to go figure shit out because I still got my plan I want to do. You're a dumb child, so yeah, I think it was,
I feel like it's also the fact that you talked about the whole animal thing and his connection with animals, and the fact that the only way you're going to find him was if you had a connection with an animal that can really show you the way this thing was going to work. These people, they weren't going to just show you where Ezra was. They had to know that you had some connection to him. You weren't going to torture them into finding him. So like that was the only way that was going to work.
Yeah. I mean, even then, because even like Ezra asked Sabine, he goes, "Oh, how'd you get one of those?" So I don't know if it was intentional or unintentional or something like that. And that's just a theory. It could be just poor writing for all I know, which, that's, not out of the realm of possibility for something like Star Wars. But yeah, definitely love the Night Troopers. I thought they were freaking awesome. I thought they were super awesome. Go sleep on us, man. Brandon.
Yep, you're out. You're out. And he's out.
I'm gonna put him down. If he wakes up, I'll.
That's what I was doing.
Yeah, go ahead, do it. I'm gonna get some of these comments real quick. If he wakes up, we'll bring him back in.
I'll look at him.
And then Mama Bear said, "Bo can still mess you up. It just can't cut you." That is very true, man. It can still mess you up.
It is for training, and it's funny because they don't get the training using a Boken. You don't get the training, but you use this word Boken for that. Which so like for that word. So I thought that was kind of really interesting.
Yeah, that is like really cool. Filoni's really good when it comes to like symbolism and metaphors and stuff like that. He's really good at that. See For Yourself said, I wanted if it was the witches who called Balin, just like how Wenwu was being called and manipulated in Shang-Chi. That's interesting. I don't think it is, though. I don't think it is. I have a theory, and I have a theory really hope they go this route of the theory, because they'll be from
Balin is there for his own motives. We all know he's not a mercenary. He's trying to get there for his own thing. He has a plan. He has his own stuff. He's just using them as a means to an ends.
Exactly. But yeah, I got a theory, and we'll see. But if you don't know the books, you might not know too much. But if you follow us on Twitter, I did put something on Twitter. And then Pookie said, Ezra been doing nothing for 10 years. Possibly. But also, I think he could be.
I think he's training. I think he trained.
Yeah. That's one thing. They actually talked about that in one of the last episodes. Like, training doesn't mean like you're constantly in combat. What else can you train? The whole episode, the last episode,
the
with
whole thing with Ahsoka, and that's what
Ahsoka.
when he talked about. Yeah, I raised you to be a warrior, but doesn't mean that all the rest of these Jedi's were raised as warriors. And that's
Yeah.
also kind of what we were talking about with Balin. You know how they're brought up and all those things, and that changes stuff, and it means something different. And I thought
Yeah.
that was pretty cool.
Yeah. But also look at well, now they're changing in the story a little bit, but with Kenobi, you know, Obi-Wan was on a planet. You know, did he become stronger even though he didn't he was just on a desert planet watching over a boy for, you know, 20 something years or almost 20 years. So, you know, he became stronger because he connected more with the Force, you know. And I wonder, connecting with the Force in a different galaxy, what does that even mean? You know, like I still want to get into that whole
Closer to
idea.
the actual beginning, and I think that's
Yeah.
what that Balin's actually going towards
Yeah. Yeah.
the original power, the original Jedi, all that original stuff.
The start of it all.
That connection.
Which man, I can't wait to talk about my theory. Oh yeah, we already talked about that. Let's see. The guy playing Enoch. Oh, so that they make him look taller. You know, possibly. You know, because Lars
Hey, man, he is
for
he is so big. He's so awesome.
yeah.
I love. Oh my god, I cannot believe. I wish I knew that. It would be even better for me. I would have enjoyed it that much more.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. You know, it's been 10 years. What do people expect? His physical fitness has nothing to do with his mind. Exactly. Exactly. And I think being a good Jedi is also like being closer to the Force. So, and then, yeah, see for yourself, say that Captain Enoch is awesome. I just hope he's his own character and not a Grand Moff Tarkin, great grand nephew or something. I hope he's his own thing, you know. But if they keep true to like if all of the Dathomires, you know, are similar to what they had in Clone Wars, then I wonder if like he ever takes off the mask, is it just like a version of like Darth Maul, you know, spikes, you know, with colors and this and stuff like that. You know, it'd be kind of interesting if they go that route with like the
I
Night
just want to
Brothers.
see it. I want him to take off the mask and be Wes Chapman. Just
have him be that.
Just that be
Yeah.
badass. So just
Yeah. And Boone's Cat said it was too easy. Ezra showing up. Like Ezra was like, "Yo, you looking for me?" It was kind of like anticlimactic.
Yeah. I'm here.
Yeah. Yeah. He's with the turtle shell guys. Yeah. Mama Bear, sleepy boy. He is. He's in a different time zone and had some drinks earlier
Yeah,
today.
exactly.
So he's definitely different time.
He
Boone's
just
Cat, if the
traveled
show
today.
was
So yeah.
Oh yeah. If the show was HBO, at least 30 minutes, are Ezra and Sabine and Hot. It was HBO back in the day. You'll know there still is training for Boken as it is a deadly weapon. Yeah, it's just used differently from a katana. Yeah, but yeah, I know you meant Boken as the Jedi, you know, the wild Jedi trainings. That's
The wild yeah,
Balin.
not being in the middle, basically be training in the middle of a forest or whatever without any actual training in that way.
Yeah, because it's a training sword, but I get your kind of like reference. It's like a training sword, so you can upgrade and be better,
And
more
being real,
proficient
you're not
in the real sword. But
so yeah, and you're in the
They're
point
not,
where you're not to the same qualities what you were. You're a lesser Jedi than I am. And what they're
Yeah.
gonna find out, going with what Mama Bear is saying, we're gonna find out that you're just as deadly. You're just different, and you know, that's what's going to end up showing. And I think a perfect thing will be Ezra killing him. So that would be cool.
Yeah. Let's see. Does the Force exist in this galaxy? Exactly.
It has to though, doesn't it? I mean, the Force is originated here. No, not yet. This way.
Yeah. I mean, is it though? I mean, because it's
has to.
a previous. I mean, I think it is. I think it is too, where it might be more of an ancient Force kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, this is like where. What do you say? This is where the stories came from, like the
So
story tales,
all
the fairy tales came from.
Began. You said that this is where it began. So that makes me feel like not just the Force is there,
Yeah.
It's the originator. There's an original temple. I totally believe that Balin's going to find a Jedi temple, original Jedi temple on that planet.
Like an older one before, like where was Luke at? Because Luke was on the first one, but we get one
Yeah.
before
We're gonna
that.
find way before that in the entire.
That'd be
Because
cool.
remember that
That'd
there
be
was
so
an
awesome.
entire population. There's an entire people that was there. You know, with the Night Sisters and all that. Night Sisters came from those people that were using both the good and bad and all force side of the force. So they had to have both the good and bad part of the force in this galaxy.
Yeah.
That's where they come from. So, you know, in my mind, it makes sense.
Yeah. So like Putin's cat is like Obi-Wan episode 4, the force binds the galaxy together. But does it bind this galaxy? Because this is technically, we're in a different galaxy now. But yeah. That's the parallel of the character looking down on the Boken Jedi. Yeah, they're still deadly, but not the same status symbol as Katana. Exactly, you know, and that's why he's a snob. He's like bougie. He's like, I'm better than you because I had the proper training. Like I am, you know, the Katana, and you
guys lost your way. This is what this is. You lost your way, and I'm here to show you guys the right way again.
Yeah.
This is my goal in life, is to make sure I bring the Jedi back to where it was.
Is that it's like looking down on somebody with a scythe, since it's a farmer's tool.
Farmer's
With
tool. Yeah.
The
street. Yeah.
So, and, I wonder if Shin is starting to question Balin. I don't know, because part of me feels like that sometimes, but then other times she's still cool with it all. So I don't know.
I think the only way she would question Balin is if he chooses to lose, or says that we're going to do something and she feels like it's a losing tactic, or like we're not going to go back to that ship, and she's like, that's stupid. And that's what kind of creates, you know, some type of, you know, something with them.
Yeah. So see for yourself. I'm gonna mark that because I want to come back to that, because that's kind of tied into what my theory kind of is. So I'm definitely gonna show that one in a little bit. Did he mean universe? I wonder. I don't know. It'd be interesting.
But I'm just saying, if the whales, the star whales, were going from galaxy to galaxy, and the whole idea with the Night Sisters and this ancient civilization before was that they were force users. They had good and bad. The Night Sisters kind of rose to the top as they were going, so they has to be force in this galaxy.
Well, yeah, I mean that's what I think the magic is, right? The magic is just
a greater connection to the force. It's the greater connection to the force that's older. And
I would say old. I don't know about a greater, but it's just like a utilization of the force, but in a different way. You know, that might be like you said, older. So, do the whales use the force or just hyperdrive blitz? I don't know. That's a good question. It's the hyperdrive blitz. Their farts put them in like hyperspeed.
It's funny that they went there. They go there to die.
Yeah,
that was a life cycle.
That was awesome.
Because this is just basically a graveyard.
Yeah, because now, does that mean the ones that are coming with Ahsoka, like, are they going there to help Ahsoka, but also knowing once I go there, I die? Like, so I'm sacrificing myself to save you. But, you know,
or this
would that put more? Maybe they're just like, yeah, we're just passing by. Because
this is what we do. I
can imagine
go there to die.
Yeah, because she is riding in the mouth of one of the bigger ones, like the mama, quote unquote. You know, so I wonder if she's like, yeah, cool, I lived my life, but I'm gonna help you out one last time. Which I wonder would put more pressure on Ahsoka from, like, you know, the whole choosing to live or die. You know, like, you know, she's choosing to live now. The Purga or Purgla, you know, is choosing to die, but for a purpose. You know, so I don't know. I mean, that's why, like, a lot of this could be tied together. But yeah, Namaber said, "Oh, sorry, the whole Japanese ninja samurai culture is a fascination of mine. I even own a Boken. Nice. I love Japanese.
That's
old samurai.
very awesome.
Yeah, Yeah.
Sweet mama bear.
I wanna buy samurai sword, a few of them actually, and I want to buy the Miyamoto Musashi's like sword. The guy who I believe that's how you pronounce his name. The guy who wrote Book of Five Rings.
Mhm.
I want to buy a replica of his sword, and it's like $1,600
Oh my god!
replica.
For $1,600, I better cut somebody.
Yeah, right. But I do want to get it because it's but yeah, it is a big fascination of mine too. Hyperdrive
I don't
butts,
know.
it's hilarious.
I don't know how you guys were, but in high school, I was all for it. I was all for samurai swords and buying
Yeah.
those at like I went to Swaparama.
Yeah,
trying to
yeah,
find
but
those type of things.
my growing up, my grandfather had like these cheap katanas. I think I still have a ninja star somewhere. Where the fuck is it?
I have I have like 4 ninja stars all over in these
I have
boxes back here.
one I have one somewhere, but I have this. This is not really a boken, but I have this like wooden. It's more for Tai Chi. You know, when you practice Tai Chi,
Mhm.
use this sword. I got that like laying around right here. But, yeah, it said they had some youngling whales with them, so I hope not. Yeah. I wonder.
But I think that might be the new life cycle. And when it's time for those younglings to go mate, it's part of the bait mating ritual. They'll go to this other galaxy, and that's where they'll go.
Maybe that'd be interesting. Night Sisters. These dark side users were able to perform their arcane magics by tapping into magical anchor that flowed from the depth of their planet. Yeah, I believe that's like straight from the lore.
Yeah, that's exactly the lore.
Yeah. Ahsoka viewership on Disney Plus must be pretty good because they moved Loki to October 5th, 2023. Yeah, and prime time. They put it at 7:00. So
I think it's also that $1.99 for 3 months.
That too. Well, it'd be saying why the show is changing times and days. Them didn't trust me with the Ninja Stars, right? So practice it too much.
Dude, I have a very good friend. So I don't know, Marvin, is my really good friend. We've been friends since we were 10 years old. Yeah, he's a male nerd. So Marvin actually got hit with a Ninja Star when we were like 14 years old because we'll go swap around and buy that stuff. And one of my friends, Anthony Frazier, threw a Ninja Star at him and hit him right in the middle of his hand.
Oh, why would you throw that?
What
the hell is wrong with you?
And kids are stupid. Young teenage boys are stupid.
Oh man! Like, let me throw this multi-pointed fucking Jesus. Oh man, jeez. But yeah. So real quick, I'm gonna come back to some of these other comments. Any bad stuff that you did not like about the episode?
I actually don't like the fact that Ahsoka's not in the entire episode. I
Yeah,
don't.
That didn't bother me that much.
Because you're giving it a pass because you're thinking that this is actually Rebels season 5. Like this is what this really is. But it's called Ahsoka. And if it's called Ahsoka, the name she should be in every episode no matter what. It's kind of like Boba Fett not being in 2 of those episodes and being like the Mandalorian season 2.5. That's kind of what it is.
Yeah.
So like if I have any complaint, it's the fact that if it's called Ahsoka needs to be there.
I understand that. I understand.
I mean, it's the same argument that we've always had with as we had with Boba Fett. Because if that's the case, then maybe Boba Fett wasn't really that bad, and we all know it was.
I still think it's a little different because this is coming from another story. So it is coming from Rebels, and
but
even Filoni
Ahsoka.
Pretty much, yeah. Which I think this is how they call it.
But understand, because what we're doing with Boba Fett's coming from Star Wars. It's still coming from another story, but if it's about the main character and you're going to call that that, you probably should have her in every episode.
Yeah, Boba Fett was trash. It was not good. It was not good. She was in the first 5 minutes. I mean, I liked her in there, but yeah. I mean, I do understand that. It's like it's called Ahsoka, so it should be Ahsoka, So.
I'm just saying. At sometimes I understand what they're doing, but at some point in time, she needs to be in it. So
Yeah.
If we're gonna have that same, if I want to be consistent, and I want to have that complaint about Boba Fett and having the Mandalorian being in 2 episodes and Boba Fett not being in those episodes at all, I have to have that same thing with this.
Yeah. I don't know. It still doesn't bother me as much because there's her story and then there's the overall story where with Boba Fett was the story. You know,
But it should be, if you're gonna call this Ahsoka, then you need to be still have Ahsoka being around. And you can talk about ancillary and the secondary characters, but you should still have Ahsoka around.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
I mean, that's why I don't think they should not have called this. They should have called it like Rebels Ahsoka. Something along those lines. Like Rebels. Colon Ahsoka. Something like that.
Well, once you call it Ahsoka, just like you call it Boba Fett, I feel like you need to have that main character needs to be on them, because I can't complain about Boba Fett and not say the same thing here.
I can, because I think it's very different. Because like one, it set up Boba Fett as the only character that the story was about. Here, I mean, it's really not about Ahsoka. This show's about Ezra and Thrawn.
You're saying that as a Rebels fan, but if you're coming in,
even from the start, was the first thing that was said was like, we need to stop Thrawn. What about Ezra? That was literally like the first thing the show said. And it was
understand that it was still her saying it, and then it was also the fact that Thrawn is the bad guy, so bringing up the villain at the beginning is still okay. So it's different, when you're. So I'm just saying, if it's about one person, if it's supposed to be Ahsoka, then I think Ahsoka has to be in it a little, at least something in there, because it still has to be like, hey, don't forget, this is what we're doing. And because you enjoy Rebels, because I enjoy Clone Wars and all that stuff, I understand it, but I can't let it get away from, the same thing I would say about something else. Because I said Boba Fett, we knew about Boba Fett from Star Wars, right? We've known about other things from other shows. But if you're gonna have they chose to call it this, then she should probably be in it. It doesn't matter if she's 100% in the last episode or not, because she is the name of the show. She should be in it. In episode.
I mean, 100%. I think
she is.
The name of the show was 100% clickbait. I mean, even Dave Filoni's like, this is season 5 of Rebels. He already came out and said that. So I think the name of the show was definitely like clickbaity to get people to watch. Like, hey, Rosario. I mean, you could have named this damn show Rosario Dawson, and people would have been like, "Oh, cool! Like, I'm here to see Rosario Dawson."
I'm still gonna, no matter what, I'm trying to be consistent. I won't be. I mean, do I mind? Because I watched Rebels, I watched Clone Wars, so I know what the hell's going on. So, but I definitely understand, especially when Disney's doing this $1.99 special. They're doing all this to trying to bring viewers in. And then they're going to say, okay, I'm watching this, and this is nothing. The star is not there. So, I mean, and I've heard people say this. So that's why I'm actually bringing it up, because this is not something that, it's coming from me, because I'm a nerd. I've watched all this stuff. I understand where it's coming from. I totally know what the world is. But, these are things that, it's not always about just you. So,
yeah. I get that one. Let's see what else we got. I just didn't like Sabine's nonchalantness. Oh my god, I can't pronounce. When Ezra asked her how she got there, Thrawn is literally about to travel back to. Yeah, that's why I was like, you are so annoying. Why is Filoni just completely making Sabine stupid? Just completely stupid. Because Sabine was always about being smart. She's the Mandalorian. She's a freaking Mandalorian, like at her core. So why is she just completely changing who she is because of Ezra?
Showing that she's a teenage girl at her core, a girl in love at her core. And that's what it is all about.
But they didn't do it in 4 seasons of Rebels, and now
she's older.
Random.
It's not randomly. This is from the beginning, from the first episode. She's been in love with just one thing only. It's been one driving force for her, and that's it.
But that's why even like people who watched Rebels and then you start off in episode 1, you're like, what did I miss? Like there's something missing, and they still haven't given us that. Like what has changed from when he left to episode 1 of Ahsoka? Because like,
actually, I like that you asked that question, because I think he's going to ask that, or someone's going to ask that.
Yeah.
So what's happened now between you two? What's changed since when you last saw him? Why is this different?
Yeah.
I can see him saying that to her.
Yeah. Which would kind of, I wouldn't mind it, but it would kind of suck when it's the second to last episode. And if we get flashbacks now, I'm going to be upset. Like we already passed that point of filling us in between Rebels and Ahsoka. Like we're past that. Like you need to start finishing up and setting up the movie and other stuff.
But couldn't you just say Ahsoka finds? Ezra finds out that they're stuck on this planet. She came and did all this stuff, and he finds out what he does, and he's like,
"Oh, he's gonna be pissed.
Why would you not? Why would you not listen to me? Yeah. What's different than from me now? Why are you doing all this for me now when you weren't? I was with you all that time." He can say that right there without going back to his flashbacks or any of that other stuff.
Yeah,
he could say that in part of his anger of what she's been doing.
Yeah, I think I don't know if he's gonna get like angry, but I can see him getting angry and then trying to figure out a plan. But I don't know.
I think he gets angry and he doesn't talk to her for a little bit, and then they finally do talk, and then all of a sudden Ahsoka comes out of nowhere like
flies in from the sky. Yeah, I thought that was kind of silly though. She's like, "Oh yeah, let's just have fun and hang out right now." It was like, you heard him say we got 3 days. It was like, hey, how about we go back? I'll give them a pass depending on next week. See, Mando wasn't even in Mando season 3. His voice was that's true. Yeah. Mando episodes were the only good thing about the Boba Fett. Yeah. Yep.
I mean, those 2 episodes are the best whole thing about Boba Fett.
Yeah. Well, then the last one where he was like riding the big beast thing was kind of cool, but the fight was so stupid. I thought it was gonna be this epic fight, and it was like 5 guys versus 5 guys, and none of them can aim. I was like, really? That sucks. I thought it was gonna be like this gang war, and it was not.
Well, that is Star Wars, though.
That's true. That's true. And he is a clone, so. C3So said I liked Hugh Ang's starting the story with a long time ago in a Galaxy 4. That was awesome. I love that. Cool. I love that because then it's like he's telling a story that is passed down in the Jedi's like books. So now us as the viewers, it's like we're
seeing the story that's
the new
going
stories
to be passed down to the next level of Jedi. I think that was very cool.
Yeah. So I thought that was all like how it's all connected. He's like, oh, here's this story that he knows, but now as the viewer, here's the new story that's going to become the fairy tale, which is true. Like I have the book of that's technically canon, but it's a book about Luke Skywalker and all the adventures of Luke Skywalker. And in the book, they make him like fucking Superman, like and on purpose. It's very exaggerated. It's very like, oh, he did this. It was like, no, he and even in the movie he said I didn't
single-handedly defeated Darth Vader.
Yeah, like he did. Well, even after that, like he did all this like crazy shit, and he's like, yeah, that's a lot of it is myth. He even says it in was it Last Jedi?
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it was kind of cool, because these stories start becoming exaggerated and becoming fairy tales and stuff like that. So that was super cool. I really, really did like that. Disagree. Last episode was 100% Ahsoka. The last one was, but also
it's called Ahsoka.
Yeah.
So that's why,
like I said, I don't think that
all the time.
But also that last episode, like I said last week, I loved the last episode with all Ahsoka. It was a filler episode. It was the best filler episode ever to be a filler episode. Don't get me wrong, but it was a filler episode.
They shouted me down for saying that. They shouted me down.
I bet they did. Because how was it not a filler episode? At what?
Because okay, the plot did move. as they said, the plot moved a little bit, so it's not that it's completely filler.
But that's what a filler episode does. Is the entire episode could have been done for the plot in like 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only part of that episode that actually moved the plot forward was the last
15.
what?
No,
Not even 15 minutes. Yeah,
minutes.
like I was gonna say 10 minutes. Yeah, So, but don't
No,
get me wrong,
but
it was a great
what
episode.
they said, they said that what their argument was that character development, when you're talking about the main character, it's not filler, is actually still moving the story along because you can't get to that next part of the story without the character development for that main character. And that was their basis.
Yes,
you cannot without that the character development, you cannot get to the next point.
That's true. That's true. Don't get me wrong, but in storytelling, you can't stay stagnant in order to develop a character. You need to push the story forward as you develop the character.
But
Otherwise,
they said it technically did. You didn't have anywhere to get there, and now they have somewhere to get there, and we had to get the character development. So it did move a little bit.
Also, I mean, we won't know if that character got developed because at this point, what did she learn? We don't really know.
We do know that she went from the gray to Ahsoka the gray to Ahsoka the white.
Maybe.
We all saw that. So.
Yeah. So I don't know, but I still stand by it. It was a filler.
I said it was sort of a filler.
Not moving the plot while developing a character is 100% a filler. That's what a filler is. You're doing a side shit and not moving.
But a filler is a side. A filler is a side thing, and this wasn't a side thing. It was character development in the same storyline.
But how did it develop the character? What did it do to Ahsoka that's going to involve the plot?
It completed her becoming a full Jedi, and she went from. Well, that's what we're going to see in more episodes. But I think it is going to. I do believe it's going to show that she did complete her thing because she did her Luke Skywalker. It is literally from the book of Luke Skywalker, going and facing your fears, and that because that is the final level of being a Jedi, of being a Jedi Master. That is what it literally is. That's what they explain. That's why Luke had to go face Darth Vader, no matter if it was there or not. So
yeah, but you didn't spend an hour doing it. You literally spent a couple minutes and moved on with the story.
Technically, they didn't spend an hour doing it either. It was 42 minutes, but so I can see both sides. I really do.
Yeah. Because if the whole point of that is for her to face Balin again and win, then you could have done that a completely different way. But don't get me wrong. The way they did it was awesome.
I loved how the way they did it. They needed to do it that way.
Yeah, but that was 100% for memory berries. That was 100% for nostalgia. That was 100% for all the prequel lovers. 100%. Don't get me wrong, and it was awesome, and I loved it. And I for every single second, I was on the edge of my seat, loving it, and wanting more. But ultimately, it didn't really push the story anywhere. It finished the training, but how did it finish the training? It's just gonna make her win the next fight.
She's now going to be a full Jedi. She is now a Jedi Master. She wasn't before. It does, but we because you saw all the trainings and every other thing that we've seen. So in the first series, the first three, the trilogy, even the prequels, we know what you have to do to become a Jedi Master. You know what the way you go through these things. You know that what Jedi have to do. So I understand that is something that is missing from the story. I've always thought that was missing from the story. I did. That she hasn't gone through why is she able to be a master, even have a Padawan, if she never became a Jedi Master. With all that said, I'm arguing with everything. It is kind of filler. It's kind of filler, but I don't want to say it's full. It's not the definition of filler, but it kind of has the same essence. So
yeah.
All right, Ken. Good night, man.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate it. I already got to head out of a grenade. I'll look forward to clip like 3. Sorry, man. We were taking way too long. But yeah, I didn't have too much issues with this one. You want to get into
Let's get to definitely.
is it a filler is when a characters on Lost play ping pong for an episode?
Episode that definitely did happen.
Which one's that one?
On Lost?
Oh, yeah.
The TV show?
Yeah. I don't know. Yep,
that did happen.
Yeah. And said, why doesn't all that dark energy on the planet affect Ezra?
We don't know what is going to affect Ezra. We don't know what Ezra is yet, and I think that's going to be interesting too. That could be an extra interesting part of the storyline going forward.
Yeah. It also could be why, all the Dathomir. I think the Dathomir why they left that planet. Maybe they sucked it dry. I don't know. I don't know if that's.
Did they leave it, or did everyone else die off?
Yeah. So it's like interesting. I mean, that's all like little things here and there. He said, he goes, I know I was going to bed, but the life versus death thing made zero sense to me. At no point did I believe Ahsoka was struggling with life or death. Yeah. Well, I mean, she was dying, I guess, because she was in the water.
No,
so
but was she in the water, or was there a portal in the water that took her to because that's how Ezra got through a portal, and through a portal could be a portal that was in the water that took her to the world between worlds, because there's no other way that you heard the lightsaber battle.
That's kind of thing. But also, it's like was that the world between worlds that Ezra went through, or was that a different? I think we talked about this before. Was that a different layer of the world between worlds? It's kind of like Jedi heaven. Because like there wasn't any of the portals, there wasn't any of those kind of things.
Yeah, but
so it was like
soon as the bridge broke, soon as the bridge broke, you went to something else,
a different layer, different level. So that's why it's like I wonder if it's a different section of the world between worlds or something like that. You know what I mean? Like there's the physical place where you can go, and then there's the spiritual place you can maybe go. I don't know. I mean, they really didn't talk about it that much. I mean, it's a lot of whatever.
Having the sister being the embodiment of all the good force, and having the sister inside you, I think anytime she's faced for a life or death situation, she might end up there anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Which brings me, I want to talk about my theory.
Okay, I want to hear this.
Exactly what you said with the sister and stuff like that. Real quick, and then Cleves came in there. I'm sorry, I missed your comment, man. Sorry, because I saw something where they're saying Grogu felt Ahsoka when he saw the whales. Because in Mando season 3, they're going through hyperspace, and Grogu sees the whales. Those are the whales. That's awesome. That is awesome.
Wow, I didn't think about that.
What if that's Ahsoka in that whale,
inside the whale,
going to do her shit? That's cool. That is super awesome. That is a super cool theory. I like that.
No. This deserves something.
I'm running with that one.
That deserves something. You wow. I mean, I'm and is blown.
Yeah, let's tie it all together, man. That's what Filoni does best. He's able to tie it all together so well. Yeah, that's cool. We are definitely talking about that on Chaos Central.
Yes. Wow. Cleves. Wow.
Yeah. Did I miss the okay. So Ken said something that kind of leads a little bit to it. He goes, maybe Balin's discovery leads to the Acolyte show. Which we know the Acolyte show is going to be based mostly around Sith, or dark force, dark side force users, stuff like that. And especially the way this show is with, Ahsoka being kind of the embodiment of the daughter, sacrifice to keep her alive. And this place being such a fairy tale for the Jedi, to where a place where it kind of early on kind of stuff. So I saw it, and I kind of like it. I don't know if they're going to do it, because then it gets into a lot of other shit that I don't know where they're going to go with. But is the voice he's hearing and the thing that's pulling him here, is it
the brother?
Aboleth? No, Aboleth.
Oh,
Aboleth is the mother, quote unquote.
yeah.
Aboleth is a thing in Legends that they never finished, because that's when Lucasfilm got sold, and they never finished the story. But she is a fucking monster. She is the worst, to the point where like a badass Luke Skywalker, fully, like Jedi, Master Knight, Grandmaster, couldn't beat her. He actually had to go get help, or kind of get help from a Sith, and they teamed up to fight her, and they still couldn't beat her. Like, she is the best. And basically what she is she came and she was a mortal. She was a mortal, helping with the brother and the sister. As she was getting older, she didn't want to die, so she jumped into like some pool of knowledge and pool of power and shit like that, and drank so much of this raw energy of the Force that she became a monster, and she became like very, too strong, to the point where like anybody can, like, no one can fuck with her. Like, she's just that badass. And then I wonder if that kind of ties into the acolyte. Like, is Aboleth gonna kind of be part of the acolyte somehow? And is that something they can go forward with like Rey's story? I mean, that's something you can really, really mess with, because Aboleth is so old, and in the books still is a big issue all the way until the end, right until Lucasfilm got sold to Disney. They were still telling her story of everything, but she is the quote mother of it all. So, it would make sense.
I thought you were going to say that the brother, since Ahsoka is the embodiment of the sister, that the brother has been calling out to Balin, and he's been the chosen person to be the embodiment of the brother. So the brother now can enter into this world just like the sister has.
I can see that too, but the way he was talking was like he's gonna destroy some shit, and that's kind of like the thing. He's like, oh, in order to create, you must destroy, or whatever he said, and stuff like that. And it was like, and the only one that could do that is Aboleth. Like, Aboleth was literally, she could see into the future. It's like she's awesome. Like, it is. She's like super, super strong, and she's like the strongest character ever to be in Star Wars Legends. I that's why I don't think they would bring her in, but I would love to see Aboleth, because she is cool. All the versions of her, she has like this like monster mouth with super sharp teeth that like go all the way to her ear. Like, it's just a huge, like, she is like freaky looking in all the illustrations,
ear to ear.
Yeah, she has like tentacles and shit, and she literally feeds on dark Force, energy. Like, that's the only way she can live. So she literally like pulls in Jedi and Sith and sucks up their Force ability to eat off of them and shit like that. Like, she is a bad person. So, and that could be, and he thinks he can use her, when in reality she's gonna use him. And she can like go into bodies and shit and take over people's bodies. So I don't know. I don't know if that we'll get that, but I think that would be super cool. And that'll be a way you can really bring Star Wars into the future for another fucking like 6 movies. If that's what you want to do, because I think Filoni is trying to build his universe, and that would be a good way to start. Like, here's this ultimate bad guy, and go, try to beat it. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say Balin. The brother's been calling out to Balin, and the brother wants a body, so he'd be the living embodiment of. And while that, to push it over the edge, Finn dies, and that's what pushes Balin over the edge, and to say yes to the brother, and the brother enters him, and now we have the brother being in there along with Thrawn. So now you have the greatest
of it
problem that's ever been in any Star Wars entity, both being there.
Yeah. Although if they do that route, I can see the brother going into Shin. Well, one, it needs to be, because unfortunately Ray Stevenson passed away.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
they would need to kind of change it up a little bit. But I would see the brother like, oh, I want to go into her because she's young and I can
Control her
tap
and
into her
manipulate her.
potential more. Yeah. Well, you're
Mhm.
old, your force is not, you're blah blah blah. You can say whatever you want to say and shit like that. But like I want to go in the new young body and be powerful for longer. You know. So and then which pisses off Balin, I could see something like that too. I don't know. Like
And
that
then
would be
for her to
kind of
be
cool.
full Sith, she needs to
Full
kill. She needs to kill her
Balin.
master. Yeah.
Yep.
So Balin needs to be dead.
Yep. I could definitely see that. That'd be kind of cool. That seems more reasonable the way they'll probably go. But man, I want to see Aboleth. Like I heard a few people talk about it, and the more I thought about it, I'm like, oh, the more I'm like, this could be badass. This could be super, super badass.
But I think Filoni, being who he is very worried about doing too much without people understanding it. To go too much into lore. Because I mean, this episode felt it definitely felt Star Warsy, but it also kind of felt very, let's say, like almost Dune-ish. Different planet, that the story way it was going, very Dune-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it taking that type of thing
with him. It's an episode X Sand. That's the next episode. But yeah, and then Professor Film said, I hope we get action with Ezra in the next episode. Same.
He has to defend himself. He's going to have to defend him.
I kind of want to see
Balin
him.
Shin.
Yeah. I want to see him do some fight. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. But what they can share a lightsaber between the two of them.
I'm gonna say we're gonna find that Ezra created his own lightsaber, and he's been practicing and learning how to use the Force through animals and talking to animals, and that's gonna be his special power.
Yeah.
And he created his own lightsaber. Mm-hmm.
The lightsaber would be interesting because I mean, all you really need is.
And then they're gonna ask
the kyber crystal. So.
But then we're gonna ask, where did he get the tools from? And we're gonna find out there's a Jedi temple on the planet.
I'd be cool with that. I think that'd be super cool. But there's only 2 episodes left, so like less than 2 hours.
Wow.
They have to set up a lot and stuff like that. Although I think this is gonna end the whole series. This whole season is probably gonna end on a Thrawn winning.
Oh yeah, I think Thrawn wins.
So the good guys are gonna lose,
or the good guys are left in this part of the galaxy, and Thrawn is on his way back.
Yeah. That's what I think. All right, but yeah, we've been talking for a while and got all these theories and stuff like that. But yeah, man, 2 episodes left. Check us out on Chaos Central with Anzo and who else? We got Danny and Chris Knight and a bunch of other guests and stuff like that. So check us out there. I should be coming back this week and talking. So I'll be in there with them. So
I won't be alone anymore. It's funny because as I talk, I bring people into our opinions, and they're like, they keep on saying, "You can't keep on splitting us up." I'm like, hey. Don't be mad. We got better opinions.
Yeah, right. You go watch your prequels. The midichlorians. But so check us out over there. If you're watching live, stick around. We're gonna finish the show up. But if you're watching on replay, thanks for sticking all the way through. Obviously, we're huge Star Wars fans and we love this show. It's got some problems, of course it does. But for the most part, it's good to be excited and to theorize about the future of where Star Wars can go with this show, and I think a lot of it has to do with Dave Filoni. There's some problems. Don't get us wrong. But overall,
it's good to feel like it's well done, and that someone cares about Star Wars, and we're leading us into a new generation.
Exactly. So. Hoping the last 2 episodes finish strong. We're going to be here talking about it the next couple weeks as well. and I'm super excited. I know you're excited when Brandman wakes up. I know he's excited. So, but yeah, we'll be back next week talking about it. But we want to hear from you. Leave a comment. Let us know if you think we're crazy with all our theories and stuff like that. Let us know. We appreciate it. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button so you can join the conversation like everyone in chat did with us today, and you can be part of the show. Appreciate you guys. On the replay gang, if you're watching live, stick around. We are gonna finish things up on the live show. All right. Yeah, I saw the time. Holy shit, man! We talked about this for a while.
It's midnight, past midnight.
Yeah. That's why we finish it up real quick. I know there's a few other comments real quick. Is what's your thoughts on the strikes not ending anytime soon? It sucks.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's going to. I mean, everything seems like they're gonna. I mean, at least going to the new year. I don't see anything else happening this entire year. I don't see them talking for 4 weeks.
No, they're talking right now. He goes,
I thought that it went badly.
This was from about 4 hours ago. WGA and studio CEOs end second day of talks, quote unquote, progress made, but no deal done yet.
Oh, progress made. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the strike is not done yet. But I guess they're going into tomorrow and doing some more talks, which is good because that's what 2 days now. But the rumor is it's supposed to end with this discussion that we're going. Yeah, first update what's the last update? Because this article is being updated.
As of 5 minutes ago, the marathon session of negotiations with no deal will start again tomorrow.
Yeah. So previously, 5:50 p.m. Was it east or west or east? Was it Mountain Time or whatever California time is? Yeah,
Pacific.
So it concluded the evening, but this is the second day of direct negotiations. So they're going to go into a third day tomorrow. But so that's good, but we'll see.
Yeah, and they issued a joint statement. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So hopefully we get at least with the WGA, and then there's still the Actors Guild, but we'll see. The strike will be over before major award shows, Emmy, Oscar, Grammys come on TV. Yeah, you still got a couple months for that, so I'm not too worried about that either. But it does suck though, because everything's getting pushed back, and we're not getting Dune now, which I'm super pissed off about. Yeah.
I mean, you think is the actors first or the writers first? Is it actors or writers first?
Probably writers. I assume, and then the actors will be right behind that.
They'll say, "Okay, we'll do it now. We're doing this for solidarity for you." But yeah, because actors is going to get more money. Whatever the writers get, that's what the actors going to get. And getting.
Yeah. Where'd we go? The last thing is they're drilling down into the fine print in hopes of reaching a new 3-year contract within hours or days. So nothing
imminent, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Damn. The writer's been on strike for 143 days.
Isn't it since May 5th or something like that? Yeah. Was it or May 3rd?
Yeah, it was early May. So hopefully we'll see. See what happens. But cool. I'm ready to get out of here.
Yeah. I thought we were going to talk about Jonathan Majors and all that stuff, but we talked so much about Ahsoka, and we waited so long to start the talk. Yeah, that was probably the problem.
We should have probably started with Jonathan Majors right away.
Yeah,
but it's all good. But cool. Appreciate everyone in chat. If you're still with us, appreciate you guys hanging out. Putin's Cat, Professor Film, Kevin Davis, appreciate you, Matt the Film Show. See for yourself. Appreciate you coming in, hanging out. Make sure you go subscribe to See for Yourself. Go subscribe to him. He's at 460 or something like that. So man, we need to get to 500.
Get him to 500. We need to get him. Yeah. The community needs to stand up, and we need to get him to 500. He's worth it.
Yeah. He's awesome. He's super awesome. Just all the movie tubers guys, they're awesome. So if you go on his channel and look at the show they did earlier today, subscribe to all those guys. You know, Movie
Movie
Time
Time
Minute,
Minute.
Screen, what was it? Screen Zen, I believe his name is. Yeah, so check him out. Zach Attacks, obviously he wasn't on it, but man, I am sorry, Cleves. I didn't even see this. You did. She did lose her teacher. We were getting a bunch of comments in. Mama Bear, obviously appreciate you. Brandon Davis, obviously. Horror Geek. Yeah, still need to catch up with Ahsoka. Definitely good. I catch up with Ahsoka. It's worth it. Toxic Gamer. I think that's about it. Putin's cat.
Hey, Horror Geek, we need you to hurry up and catch up because we need to have conversations with you. So
yeah. The viewer Drew was in chat. Kyle L was in here. Press and review, obviously.
Yeah.
Yep. But I think that's about it. If we missed you, I'm sorry, but we do appreciate all you guys hanging out with us. But that is it for this one. Monday, we're gonna probably talk about a movie or maybe two. We'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe Expendables and something else. But that is it for this one. We'll be back next week talking about Ahsoka and some other stuff. But appreciate everyone. It is late for us. We are ready to go to bed. I'm ready to go to sleep. I will see you guys later. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We out here.